Welcome, welcome, one and all, to session 2 of In Cold Light. Had a little bit of technical difficulties last time. I have actually remembered to link session 1, which people probably will find before this, as it is on Lou's channel there. Yes, please. And we're going to jump right in, continuing immediately after where we left off last session. The abode, the homestead, the farmstead of the maiden of the tiller, Lodi. I'm going to turn this music on. It is dusk. The purple rays coming down through the windows, but as you have all been invited, if you recall, to sharing a meal with her, and to as thanks for your interest and your assistance in helping Riot and her family, what little and perhaps temporary your help may have been. To jump right in the scene, as there are, as one would imagine, many types of fruits, vegetables, the smells of spices, and all sorts of culinary implementations. But also, surprisingly enough, for a Thrain household, as was promised to Fuyumul, there is indeed fish and shellfish here, which she begins to prepare with a lack of squeamishness for a vegetarian free. Oh, you hand me that there, please. As I leave the scene over to you to discuss with her. She's busy, tending to the food, but is certainly available to talk as in this sort of large one-room, kind of large cottage, if you can envision that. I must say, I once again extend my thanks to you for sharing even any compassion towards the poor girl and her family. It is a rare commodity, it seems, these days, so please make yourself at home, especially to honored clergy in respective temples. It would not do for me to not share what I have with you.
Oh, we thank you very much. Those of us at the Valdiri Lodge are always very happy to spread our cheer and our good work. Still a little embarrassed I wasn't able to finish up the job.
Oh, that's quite all right.
But no matter. The workday will start, but the geysers ring soon.
What's the seating situation like in here?
I'm helping Lodi. I am currently not seated.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just waddling around my bow-legged squat stature.
So at this point, there aren't nothing's really been assembled. Nothing has sort of been gathered for your arrival. There are chairs here, and there is a nice sort of rectangular table that is quite large as far as some people's accoutrements go. Certainly be able to fit you all comfortably. Perhaps maybe being able to fit even 4, perhaps even more, depending on the species who comes to dinner here. In this it's kind of family table. There are sort of farming implements, and there's some bowls, and just very lived in house. And she picks up some of that stuff and it gets it off off the table. But certainly not something you are accustomed to, or perhaps pleased to see.
Yeah, I am
You know,
most certainly not pleased, as there is nowhere for me to sit. As one with quills cascading down his or her back is not take kindly to sitting on chairs with high backs, and so I stand there awkwardly, like taking in these sort of like noxious, disappetizing smells of vegetables and fish and shellfish being cooked. This
I
is
understand. My apologies. Yes.
this is quite the home you have here. I had thought
Thank
one of your stature would have it fits your divinity, and it fits your calling in life.
Thank you. It is appreciated. I choose to live humbly. The house is admittedly a bit large for me now. It is only me here, these cycles, but I'm aware your people do not have an affinity for fish. Will shellfish suffice?
I just kind of like I just kind of like stare at her like this should be self-evident, as this is unacceptable, but with my reptilian face, it may be pretty difficult for the Freyne to read, but I just kind of ignore the question. So then we must deal with the problem at hand. I was sent to help resolve the issue, and the issue has not been resolved. As you have seen, the people are upset with the place. They are upset with the family. They are upset with the waste of the land, and nothing is being done.
Yes, I know. I fear it's becoming increasingly difficult to sway people's opinions given how hard things have been, but while it is true, other clerics of the Tiller have blessed the fields in chains and cycles past. Whatever is affecting the land there is not responding as one might desire. But nevertheless, despite the superstitions of many of the farmers, they're simple folk, you understand. But honest people, prone to flights of fancy when things get, well, when change happens. Especially sudden change, but I believe there are far more mundane and explainable reasons why the harvest has been such as it is.
Could you share what those reasons might be? I mean, I would like to do all I could to help, and if I knew perhaps what was wrong, maybe there's something more or one of the other lumberjacks could do.
And she nods and she kind of gestures with her head as she's peeling this sort of long, fleshy tuber like vegetable into a bowl. Not only peeling the skin, but sort of slicing strips of this almost translucent interior into a wooden bowl, kind of leaving shreds of this noodle-like texture of vegetable shavings in here, which she sort of tosses with her hands and adds some bits of spice and a few drops from some gourds she has upon shelves nearby. You know, kind of a few times almost trips over you, Foymol, as doesn't see you right behind her, kind of looking in close. And she gestures over to some a sickle, very old and well used. Well, for one, while Quillicalion has blessed this community as well as Dista and many other divinities, the gifts of metal and such resources to be used for making tools are less common. It's hard going with not as much of a ready supply of replacement tools or skilled blacksmiths willing to craft such. One in particular might claim is beneath his abilities to do. There's a shop, I do not know if you're familiar with it, Thord's Emporium, he calls it. It's a Frane's a blacksmith, very skilled, extremely gifted in what he can do with iron, copper, even gold, but he does not wish to sully himself, perhaps, with crafting simple farmer's tools. If one such as he were willing to share his gifts and his artistry for the people, we would have far more tools, more plows. You have seen the Ott's farm. Her plow has been broken. There are many other families with tools and implements that should have been replaced many, many cycles ago. It makes the going difficult. The rake can get bound up on rocks or other detritus. The hoe or the plow can easily become jammed or strung up on deep roots, or the shifting of the soil or the plant material underneath if it grows too thick. One has to keep your tools sharp and in good order. I believe if we had someone of his ability to rapidly manufacture more of these implements, it would be a great help for a lot of families.
I did not know this, Thord. It's strange. The male Vrains are never so bold in my experience.
Well, Thord is a rather unique breed. I have not spoken with him many times personally myself. I have little need for such things beyond what you see here. My dealings with him have been only to petition him to see reason and to help his fellow townsfolk in their plight, in their need. Surely it would also help his business if he were to sell tools that people actually needed or people actually wanted, instead of wasting his time on whatever it is he wishes to save his skills for. I confess I do not know. Would you hand me
This
Yes, thank you. And she gestures over to you, Foymol, as you're looking in. What are you doing during all this, Foymol?
I'm
Just
working. I'm watching her intently, and I'm keeping quiet. My eyes now and then, looking, listening.
Okay.
But I continue just sort of working, mimicking what she's doing. Notably, I don't take anything. Like I don't sample anything really, and I don't take anything for myself.
Okay. Yes, it's a stubborn man. It's a poor quality, and in a man be stubborn that way. But beyond that, while our fields are bountiful most cycles, and we are able to cultivate much more arable land than, at least that I've ever heard, and this far in to Nifland, the fields are not boundless, and space is a precious commodity. And especially in times such as these, all who work the fields should be using their land, their time, and their resources towards cultivating food. There are some here. There's a opinion amongst some people who ply their trade here that the land should be used for the cultivation of different plants for different purposes. Herbalism, alchemy, that sort of thing. I cannot say I necessarily agree with that mindset, but I would not force one off the fields for such a thing, as it is no crime. I just wish some people were more wise in the usage of the gifts that the Tilla has given this community. When times are bountiful, perhaps one may use a portion of the field for such pursuits, but it is the food that nourishes. She gestures to another dish she had set aside. There's some strange crustacean creatures that have been left to chill in a bucket of cold water after having been taken from a boiling pot of copper. It's the food that nourishes that is the most important thing. And when times are tough, what must be used? We're all one community, you understand. Surely you certainly agree. And she gestures to you, Kiaritzi. I'm sure.
And so, like, while she's speaking to me, I'm standing there, like, kind of like rocking slightly from side to side. That my head moving one way, my tail moving the other way. And so, she gestures towards me. Well, you see, I think that the things you say do not add up to the conclusion that you are reaching for. You say that the land must be used well, must be used appropriately, must be used to cultivate food. Well, these folk who you seek to protect, who you seek to defend from the rest of your community, those who are doing their jobs well in food, this is not being used. As you have seen, as we have walked out there, it is barren. It is nearly a wasteland, empty space that is not given any of the healing touch of your divinity. It is. I have seen it with my own eyes. The touch is not there. And
no,
this
I think
is
that may be
not.
unfair. You're accusing us
No.
of being so poor to God, but perhaps it is the land itself.
I am simply suggesting that the touch of Quillicalian it sits upon the lands of the other farmers, but it does not sit upon the land of these. It is dull.
Well, yes, as you said,
Almost
the land is dull. That's not to say that the people are dull.
I'm not suggesting that the people are dull. I'm suggesting that they are not doing the work that the other farmers are. And if we are to maximize the capacity of the land, we must use those who can use their tools, the tools that they have, all of these other people, be making good use of their tools. It is not an absence of tools that prevents these people from doing their work. As surely seen, fields are not empty, they are not barren, they are not without. So the simple lack of tools is also for this particular what needs to be done is to put this land into the hands of those who can administrate it properly. You can understand the land that we have must be used in its proper way.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that at all, but it's just that perhaps with a little help they can get there. I for one, lack the skills with the rakes and the dirt, and being so ignorant, I would not dare to presume how anybody could do any better. I don't think it would be anybody's place without those skills to imagine themselves so much better at imagining how the land might be treated, mended.
Exactly. I am suggesting that their neighbors who are quite capable of working with the tools that they are given with the blessings of their divinity. They do not shun their divinity. They do not chase her blessings away from the land. They do not work against her teachings. They are blessed by her, and the land springs with life. You must put it in the hands of those who can do so, and then the land will...
Not seen any behavior on the part of the family that believe they have blasphemed against Quilcalia. If such a thing were known to me, certainly appeasement must be made if that is to be the case, but I have seen no evidence of poor behavior or impiety on behalf of Lot or any other of her family. It is true and important for the community to be together as one, to share the resources that they have, the skills that they have, but not everything is always as simple, or not everyone is always as perhaps willing to do what should be done in such times.
That is
It
why
is
we must do so.
You
You and I,
that would
all of us here, we must do so that we may lead the rest of these folk, that we may protect them from themselves and from the darkness that seeks to swallow them. Is this not correct, cousin? As I like lean over to, or like gesture
It's
over
correct. We must turn back.
yes, well,
Almost shy that I said something.
Yes, well, we may help them see the way and find the way rather than take from them their land and cast them aside. You speak of wasting resources, but are not the people of this town resources as well?
indeed they are. On that
Oh,
note,
well,
there is a man who you might have better luck speaking with than I. It is possible that some of Lot's seed crop has been diminished, and is that particular strain of grain and seeds is not hearty enough to overcome the more frigid cold snaps. But there is one farm that is perhaps some distance further up that has not been affected in any way whatsoever by these hard and difficult harvests. In fact, his crops have grown without any sign of diminishing. Perhaps if you could ask him to part with some of his seeds or his crop, be used upon Locke's farm, that might help.
To be fair to this farmer, we should perhaps only take a little bit, simply to see if it will
Certainly
grow
only
in
a
the
bit,
little
though
land.
I do warn you if you do speak to him. He is Kalfar. You must speak well
This
around.
is good. Hey, it's got fun. It's a good business. You know, they're a good business.
Quillicalion does not shun. And she takes one of the dishes, sort of the bowls. You've been sort of mashing something together. Foy mole. She kind of nod like, oh, thank you. Takes that. And, would you mind cutting this? And like, there's some of those crabs and sort of crustaceans. Are you familiar? You must split it down the middle. Take the entrails out.
I just take a knife and just hit the crab. Just put the flat of the blade in. Just hit it with my fist. Then I turn the blade and I cut through the cracks and I make a mess of it. But I'm working. I just look at her like I'm doing a good job, and I look back.
Give me a culinary roll. But as the conversation still goes on,
it is. I do not think that this would resolve the situation. You see, how long does it take for grain to sprout, to bring new life to a farm? We wouldn't. The rest of these farmers, they are upset. They are not happy, and to revitalize a farm in this way could take cycles, I believe, if I understand your craft correctly. We do not have cycles. These people must be protected, as all of you have so kindly noted. This is not simply a case of providing them a tiny bit of resource in order for them to sprout new life. No.
I would welcome any assistance that the Temple of the Goldbriar would offer. What would you suggest? I am aware that your products and your needs overlap the farm, not to mention we all require the food that Quillicalian's fields provide.
Well, we must appease the burning rage of these townsfolk, or these farmers, while protecting the rest of them. These, as you say, innocents, those who are unwary or unlucky or incompetent. We must provide for them new skills, take them away from this this patch of land which does not respond to their administrations. We can take them away from this. I can discover, seek out, and find those who will teach them and care for them, provide shelter for them, while we consecrate this land in the name of your divinity. We may even build a small shrine for her. Perhaps our carpenter here may help assist you in this. The rest of the land can be used as a commons, whereby each of the farmers works together to provide a greater amount of food and whatever else it is that you grow together, working as one, each taking part of the duties of the sowing, of the reaping, of the weeding, and so on and so forth. In this way, they all work together to advance each other and the temple's interests.
Hey, cousin, Uh, who is it that you know is a good farmer? I do not see cousin in field. Hmm, maybe with goat, but never in the field. How do you know? A good
Oh,
farmer.
well done. Thank you. She takes that meat that you gather and you make a mess of it, but you're able to successfully get the gook and the entrails out of it.
And I look at her. I'm like, yeah, here we go. And I just turn back at you, to just sort of looking for an answer from the cousin.
Of course, Lodi here will be able to evaluate and determine which farmers are most capable of providing and working the land in deference to their divinity. Perhaps even you may take in the young boy and teach him in the ways of your goddess, that he may not be lost in the way that his elders are.
Well,
Yes, I
again, I
see
appreciate
how this plan might,
Yeah.
given that everybody participates, all the other farmers, then were there some sort of reason that these particular people couldn't mend the land, then blame would be unable to. No individuals' blasphemies or any such other irreverence would not be able to make the land not produce. So yes, I do like that, but I just cannot bear the thought of forcing these people off their land. I hope that we could convince them,
Yes.
persuade them to leave of their own accord.
Hardship. This life is the only life many of the farmers here know. If truly wish for degree of cooperation amongst the people, I think it best that Lyot and her family, for their own sake and for the sake perhaps to make face for their fellows and neighbors, help in this consecration. Perhaps a gesture from the Temple of Sishin as well, a expenditure of your own mysticism in this endeavor would be a great boon. Perhaps succeed in working together where we have alone not been able to. You can give me an insight roll.
Ah, yes. These two here are the powerful clergy. I am with the many powerful of the clergy. Ah, you too are. And I just gesture to Lodi. I turn back and look for something to do.
Yeah, so she's not a. You can tell, Kiara, it's a the idea of cooperation is that sits well, but it's definitely not taking kindly to sort of how far you're pushing it. Let's get these people off the fields. It's like perhaps if the temple would help, your temple would help as well. And so I think that would be the best. You can give me an insight. I mean, anyone can roll an insight, for sure, to get that or not. So,
are you suggesting that your people are too weak of mind or body to learn a new trade, to develop a new way of doing things? I did not think that you were so rigid.
Well, they are not my people. They are simply people, just as workers who tend to your stills in the meadery would ill desire to find a new trade, and only for the cycles of learning it would take, but the work itself is holy, is it not?
Yes, but they have failed in their task. They have made a mockery of their holy work, and they must be punished for this. That the rest of their companions, their erstwhile peers, may not see them and reject them. Is this not the case? Whether or not they are allowed to continue to farm, whether or not they are removed from this area, whether or not the land is reconsecrated, the people will still covet justice. And this minor form of justice is more than enough, I believe.
I disagree. You have
Perhaps
such
it may
a
appear that way, but
such a
I have
strong
seen.
the justice you speak of. It's too harsh. Would not a better form of justice simply be to help them back on their feet and make it so that they can give back to the community more with more and more crops than ever before?
They
I
will be
appreciate
back on.
zeal in helping the people, but I have seen no evidence or reason to suspect blasphemy or anything that would require punishment. Now, I think we have come upon a fine accord, nevertheless, between ourselves. I humbly welcome the assistance of yourself and your temple, as yours as well, in seeking to find some who might give aid in this consecration or teaching new farming techniques to the family to mend the wounds that have been left to fester for too long. Let us come together at the table. Food is almost prepared. What better way to join in this agreement between temples and people and species than to share a good meal? I hope it meets with your approval. As I say, I have humble means here, but I am a good cook, I dare say. Even for exotic dishes such as these. There's 3 carnivores in her house.
I do not think that you understand the severity of your situation. Your desire to protect these people is admirable in a way, but you cannot save them for long.
Kiratsi, perhaps we can all agree, finally, to perhaps take things one step at a time. Start with trying to build a temple and then continue with trying to help these people, and perhaps you can give them as much as a chain, say, before returning to talks of asking them to remove themselves from their field.
There would be no acts. There would be no requests of this. It would be, as I have already mentioned, their just punishment in the eyes of their peers. But
I do not see their peers as necessarily being right in judging them, and I will not
that
stand
is
by
not.
while they, as innocent, are kicked out of their land.
This is not a matter of right and wrong. It is a matter of outrage. It is a matter of security and the protection of the community. Do you understand this? About whether or not they have truly done something horrifyingly wrong. It is not about whether or not they have truly blasphemed against Quilakali. The people believe, and making sure that that belief does not break the community down. This is the problem. And
You're
this
saying
is
the
the
problem
solution
is-
that I provide.
The only problem you're laying out for me is the fact that some of these people are just too, I don't know, angry, ignorant to be able to come to a more peaceable solution.
They are
Yes,
angry.
in a
Yes.
way.
Well, I would like to think more highly of the farmers, the hardworking farmers of our little town.
And it is most appreciated. I hope this meets with your approval. I'm glad we were able to reach some degree of agreement here in what is to be done next, with the exception of Lot's family, myself. If you can provide me a reason or evidence for such punishment, I would be eager to hear it. But in the meantime, as I said, I am most grateful for your continued assistance. And she sits down. Foymul as well. Sit down.
Yep,
Sit
I sit
down. A
down.
number of. And Foymul, why don't you describe what is prepared here beyond what I have
So we
described?
got some good old Chithan goulash is what we got. All right, we're talking mashed crab. This crab has been mashed. You know what I'm saying? It's been stripped, it's been pulled, it's been mashed, and with it, mixture of some other bits of spice and herbs and salts. A lot of salt, perhaps a little too much salt, but it's there anyway. And it's all sort of mixed together in a rather unappetizing looking um, mixture. Foymul doesn't. When he sits down, when I sit down, I don't take any of the Chithan goulash. I just sort of awkwardly sit there and I wait for everyone else to start taking. And I eagerly, my beak just sort of clicks now and then, just clicking together as I'm watching.
You can see my nose just kind of like twitching around a little bit as it get like closer and closer and closer, trying to get a good smell in there. I am unfamiliar, Foymul, with your people's culinary meals.
We have many traditions. This is hatash. You try.
Oh, of course, of course. It does smell pretty good.
It's salty. It's good. It make you fat. It's good.
Oh, I've been told I need some more meat in my bones. And be salt to meat plenty whenever we get some back, especially anybody over at the Cat's Eye. Actually, I start going right in. I make myself a plate or whatever the situation is here, and have at
And
this
Lodi has
goulash.
those finely sliced vegetable fruits along with this kind of thick, kind of porridge like material, which is sort of dripped over like a sauce. Now, if you would join me in I think a prayer to all three of our divinities is called for this evening.
No, agreed.
And
She stretches her hand out like the whole hand. I just look at her like, ugh.
she kind of
But I look
offers.
just curiously.
Yeah, she just grabs your hand, or extends her hand out to you, and then kind of like with a little bit of trepidation to you, Kiaratzi, given the kind of chillness, and you definitely get, she's a matronly, motherly woman, and perhaps that is why she's sort of so stubborn in her own way, in kind of not wanting anything to give an inch regarding evicting this family off their farm. But the rest of the idea seems a-okay to her. She just sort of like, oh, I don't know how to hold your weird Chazar's hand. I don't want to get stuck. She's gonna gingerly holds out her hand for, you know, like let's say grace kind of deal. And indeed, prayers are said. First to Quillicalian, and she gives it over to the two clergy to speak words of praise unto their divinity. And as the meal is enjoyed or not enjoyed, depending, I leave that to your discretions. We change the scene.
Well, just before we change the scenes, after not eating anything because there's nothing provided for myself to eat.
Oh, there is. Sorry, did you say there's no, like, shellfish would not be okay
I do
for
not
you?
believe so. That is not how we do not take the squirming foul products of Ibokeem or any of the other Niznakthage or any of these divinities. That is just poisonous trash, just as bad as the fish are. But as we're departing, I lean over to her and I say, the destroying the chaff, it takes up lights, bursts with flame in an instant. You will lose these, just as you have lost all your other children. And then, I depart.
I do one of these, like at the end of the meal, right? I see there's a lot left over. I don't even ask. I didn't have any. This wonderful cousin didn't have any. And such was my plan all along, as I take the whole thing, and I just look to Lodi. It's for tribe. I'm glad you enjoy. And I just take it and I look up at her. You have sack. I put it in a sack, and I come back with 10 sack. The tribe needs this, I work hard.
She kind of like, it's like why is that you? But she gives you, she doesn't give you a sack, but she gives you a bucket.
You have a bucket. It's good. And I just pile it in. Thank you. I return. As I wobble with my little goodie bag. My stomach growling the whole way back home.
All right, bucket full of loot. With that, as the dusk sets, time passes. Several days, several chains, perhaps, in fact, as well. As we open up upon the windy foothills the outskirts. Yeah, you're good. I hope you're muted. Of the lower that a little bit. Of the town. Gannet. You could see the great sort of plumes of chimney smoke of the larger buildings at the center, the billowing steam of the plateau upon which is the Garvalar hot springs and the temple grounds of Dista. But far away from that, you find yourself not so far as to be outside of the town necessarily, but as that would be quite dangerous. But a place out of the way. The smell of sap and lumber can be lightly picked up upon your senses, keener than yours or I in the real world might be, given your fox-like nature. As the winds often blow in this direction, wafts of scents from the lodge and from surrounding areas and establishments. You've been walking with, I wouldn't exactly call him a friend, but certainly a familiar face upon the workings of the lodge, trying to find a place to build your home. And as you crest the this hill, this snowy hill, shards of frozen water pelting and glittering upon the snow itself. You see this open kind of almost a niche, an alcove within the hills. You can see the direction the winds blow. This is a good place. I turn the scene over to you. And
Yeah.
this man, this satyr traveling with you, Argo, a fine craftsman of wood, and a very fine builder and carpenter in his own right.
And, the whole way out to search for this place, I've been extremely kind of excited, a little bouncing up and down, kind of humming the bawdy tunes that one might hear down in the Valdiri Lodge. We are the wanderers, the happy, happy wanderers. And yeah, when I see this and he tells me this is a good spot, I start shaking my head. Yeah, I can see this, and I turn around and how much of the city can the town rather I can see from here? I can see it all well still.
You'd see it all quite well.
Okay, so it's all still quite
because you're
close.
kind of on the outskirts there.
Okay, great. Yeah, I get a perfect view over here and the wilderness just right at my back. I like this.
I suppose it is good. Yes. There's ample protection from the winds. Still well within protection of the town, I suppose.
Close to the trees.
If
I will
you
need much
wish it.
lumber for this job, yes.
Oh, yes. I certainly suspect. Well, if you wish, in my opinion, is
Well, yes, of
think
course. I scope out some of these trees. Maybe wonder which one I might want to use first.
well, I would, if I were to build, I would perhaps 100 feet northeast that way. Still in the protection of that. You see that hill right there. Sloughs off quite steeply. A small escarpment would be a good base to build the rear wall of the cabin, I suppose. But I suppose the choice is up to you. It is your home.
Yes, of
Or
course.
will
I
be.
imagine I might change my mind a dozen times before beginning. I'll make a good decision, though. This is going to be great. You'll see. You'll see.
I hope so. Well, shall we get to it then, I suppose.
Would love to.
Now, what did you have in mind? Why did you wish to come here specifically? I mean, seems Najakthi was smiling upon you this day. Found something good.
It's
Right?
it's hard to
Surprised no one
say.
has built here.
As am I, and I don't know how to describe it. There's nothing specifically that called me here. It just felt right to me.
And he thinks for a second, and he kind of looks down at the ground. I believe so. I think so. No, here nor there, I suppose. You don't want me chatting about like this. You want me working.
Oh no, but I do enjoy the company and the conversation, of course.
Hmm?
But yes, you're right.
Suit
It's time
yourself.
for work,
Well, and he
and
gets,
as befitting
gets a
self-sufficient.
little bit.
Hmm?
It is important to be self-sufficient. I well, I shouldn't say. Never mind.
Oh no, please,
I'm just
please.
well, I'm pleased to see you're still with us. I have to confess there was a bit of a tally on whether or not you'd make it, but well, here you are.
Well, if
Good.
you had asked me to join in that tally a few chains ago, I I might have been betting against myself then.
Hmm.
But you've seen every day it gets better. And
Well,
soon
I
I'm going to
suppose.
build. Yes, I'm going to build right there by my own two hands. You'll see.
Oh, I believe you. What is a man such as you comes from a different background as one such as I? What is it you wish to see? What is it you hope to accomplish? Dozen cycles, 50 cycles from now when your home is built. Which,
Oh my. Well, so long from now, certainly I would like to see more of this great land. Venture a little bit further outside of the town, deeper in Niflheim, and I would like to continue seeing the beauty of it all. One reason I like this spot, I can look out and see so much more.
hmm,
This will be a good spot, a good jumping point to have little outings, perhaps on my own.
I suppose that makes sense. And he gets to work, sort of clearing away some of the snow and some of the ice and whatnot, putting down little posts and tying together with bits of string as to where the outline of the building will go.
Mhm.
And
And yeah, I'm pointing out like,
suppose this.
which way I might want, and ooh, yeah, and we can have a part jutting out just like this. It could look a little bit like Karn's house, maybe.
Oh, I didn't know you were into that kind of a style, but to each their own. I
I
suppose
feel
it
I
could
could
work, yes.
perhaps borrow from many and others. Combine a little bit of Karn's, a little bit of Freya's, maybe Kolchev's. Who knows?
No. Bold. Yeah. Very well. Make some suggestions. As you're working, you're toiling, you're sweating, which would be dangerous in the cold. Were you not strong, honest Jax? There's a bit of a kind of a. It's too small to call it a parade. You hear sounds of revelry and merrymaking going off, parading upon the outskirts of the town through streamers of various stripes and patterns. Exactly. Going about. Alas, it is. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is Foymore, but he'd be too small to tell from here. Oh, not again. This incessant. Well,
Oh, they are.
Rima's.
They're enjoying themselves.
I wish they would do it away from here.
Hmm.
Those people at that theater. I don't understand how one could find enjoyment in such strange
I see what you
entertainment.
mean. I enjoy the songs personally myself, but the way they pretend to be someone else entirely, it's strange, but to each his own.
Mm. Kind of frowns at that, despite having said it himself, a couple, like 10 minutes ago. To each their own. Well, I suppose. Well, very good. So, once you're, well, you have this set up, you have your needs taken care of. I assume you're going to make an attempt, are you? I
Oh
mean,
yes.
everyone else is, and you know what he's talking about. Uh, I'm surprised that he hasn't announced the trials already. Surely he has to be doing it soon.
I actually cut out for a second there. I missed
No.
what this is about.
Surely you have heard the gossip and the revelry and the rumors. Certainly from your large friend. It's like come on, like you've heard, right? And then it's like you haven't heard it.
Well,
Lucius.
yeah.
Lucius.
I mean, specifically, I don't know, but yes, I'll be willing to attempt anything, any challenge.
Well,
But what is this exactly?
he hasn't said it himself, but everyone is saying that Lucius is going to be setting some sort of trial, some sort of competition, or well, I'm not sure what, but it's those who succeed in whatever he sets out for people of the lodge to do, they will become wanderers, fully and true. He intends to remake that wandering band that he was once a part of before founding this lodge. That's
Wow, full-fledged wanderers. I wasn't sure he'd. I didn't know that this would be so soon.
it's been a long time since all three of them were together, but
Oh, well, yes, of course, of course. I'm selfishly
I suspect
thinking
that's
I've been here for such a short amount of time.
Hibbins live a long time, but not forever. I suspect even he is feeling the grip of old age.
I hear every time we think that, though, he goes out for
That's true.
days or
You are right
chains,
there.
and each comes back as hale as ever. But I fear you might be right. Maybe, maybe one day the land will win.
As for me, I plan on constructing a great work of exquisite carpentry. Show my skill, you understand. I know that Ekshi claims he is a better carver, but that's not true. That's not true. You know it's not true. I know it's not true. I hope to get High Priest's approval in that regard. They will sing songs about my wondrous craftsmanship. Yes, that would be a wondrous day to have that. All is well and good wandering about Nifland, but it is the wood that's the heart of it, you understand?
I see how you mean, but I personally enjoy the land. I kind
Well,
of feel I see the wood more as a means to an end, a tool, material. Of
oh,
course, I need it for shelter, for tools.
Well, to each their own. Kind of
Yes.
gets dejected at that. It seems to be a common phrase. And he says, "Very well. Well, that is enough for the moment, I should say. If you wish to do it yourself, the rest is on you now. You have your
Yes, of course, of course.
tools,
I
no
know.
doubt. Which wood do you think you're going to use?
I think I'm going to wander about perhaps and see what I'm drawn to. It's
Hmm.
It's worked so far today. Found us this spot of land.
Well,
Yes, I think
nice.
I think trusting my instincts will continue to be the right way to go here.
Word of warning.
Yes.
Don't use birch.
Birch.
Bad luck to use birch in the construction of a home. You know. Wait until it's finished. You know. And he gives you a look like, yeah, you know. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I thought I just kind of nod as if I do know.
Well, best of luck to you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Surprised, though pleasantly surprised. Wasn't sure you'd make it, but here you are.
Oh, yes, yes. We don't have to keep reminding ourselves of this fact.
Well, he kind of frowns off if he's remembering something. Well, if you need any help with carpentry or the carving, if you wish something decorated and finished, well, you know where to find me.
I'll
Let me
keep your
know.
generosity in mind, but as befitting a truly self-sufficient priest of Najakti, this should be all by my hand.
Looks a little dejected at that. Like, I kind of wanted to help build some stuff, work with some wood, but he nods his head. Yes. Very well. And with that, the scene changes as we leave Gannett to begin work upon his new home, his new abode on the outskirts of town. And we switch to the at the moment somewhat claustrophobic interior of the great long house of stone and of wood and of thatch and even slate and other materials as we find ourselves within Mazachensel. Look that up. Remember, the longhouse of the most of the Chazari community, those who have not gained sufficient resources to go out upon their own. But it is at the same time, it's morning, possibly a little bit earlier than the last scene, and it is the day of colors. The long night has passed, and it is a new cycle. Several chains have elapsed since meeting with Lodi, and I will we'll work out what your investigations turned up later on. But it is very somewhat crowded interior here. Even some Chazari who own homes and their slaves are present here as the murmured discussions of gossip from all sorts of places amongst the town are returned here, and much conversation is had. Your sort of handmaid, as it were, your meek slave, whose name Michael. Yes, Michael. Meekly sort of stands behind you as you are, readying yourself. You have a kind of there's partitions, like slats of wood that are divvied up to sort of personal living space or sleeping spaces for the different individuals here. You, despite your stature as a newly initiated clergy, still dwell amongst the community, which hosts many but not all the Chazari in the town. And she sort of meekly, sort of not saying anything as is proper, sort of as you hold your arms out, she begins to dress you. And why don't you describe how that sort of your morning routine operates with your house slave attending
well-
to your needs.
To properly insulate oneself against the cold when you are Chazaris, you can't wear like a big overcoat. That's just impractical, and it's not going to work. So what many of the Chazari of Ormsa attempt to do is they wrap layers upon layers of small strips of furs or leathers around and through their quills. So upon the lower parts of their arm, around their midsection, down their legs, even down their tail, they weave these strips of fabric or leather around and through them in a painstaking process that is it makes having slaves very convenient when you're trying to do this. In order to insulate themselves and to keep the heat in, while still actually being able to move and not just shooting your quills through things and ruining them. So as it is morning and as it is time for me to begin to depart, I stand with my arms out to the sides as Mile comes over, and she slowly begins to put the new freshly cleaned strips of leathers, of furs of the strange beasts of Niflheim, unknown to many of my people, and it begins to weave through each and every one of the different little quills that erupt from my arms as I stand there silently, patiently waiting for her to do this to me. And as I do, I spend my time, my eyes fixated upon the flame, meditating upon the pressures and the goals, the needs of the day.
I have taken the liberty of preparing your meal for the morning, mistress.
Of
King
course.
has already departed to tend to his duties at the meadery in your stead.
Of course, you need not explain all this to me. I do not think that you are incapable of knowing what it is that you are meant to do, or performing it with the proper skill and precision.
She just nods, doesn't say sorry or thank you.
As is right and proper. And I continue thinking about other things as she's doing her job.
You have one piece of business that came to my attention in your stead while you were preparing your prayers and your meditations this morning. A worker The Meadery came to the hall asking for you. I informed this one you were indisposed. You would arrive in your own time. There is a delay of the shipments of spices and materials for the latest batch of mead preparation. And that is all he had revealed, but left this. And there's a little sort of scratch of sort of like leather, which is in sort of charcoal, that it might be sort of erased later, in a script that is clearly not the hand of a worker who probably can't write or read, is an indication that the latest batch of materials to come from elsewhere, to come from trade, specifically to flavor and to spice the honey wine, did not arrive and are being held up at the Santier sort of exchange office there, their sort of trade depot, as it were.
What language is it written in?
It is written in Dazazays.
Okay.
So, just FYI.
And they're suggesting that I'm to deal with this problem.
So your recent responsibilities as sort of a managerial position, a kind of lower middle level executive. It is your sphere of influence to take care of things like this, to see what the problem is and to tend to it, as this is a negotiation kind of thing. Probably talking with someone who's not in the meadery. You can't trust a worker to talk to someone outside the meadery.
Good work bringing this to my attention. Hurry up. I must depart shortly. Deal with this trivial concern. You may take double your rations for this morning.
She kind of, sort of, flexes in a strange rhythmic pattern the quills upon her neck and her back as she kind of turns that way to the left. A strange kind of display of submission. And just nods.
Yeah, and so in a montage, she continues this painstaking process of making a mummy out of me, wrapping me up as nice and tight so that I may more adequately deal with the harsh Niflin temperature. And then I go and I eat my small, probably like surprisingly small meal or breakfast, and then depart quickly with, straight back, heading on down to the outpost.
And as you're finishing your meal, you see sort of passing through, kind of leaving just before you, and like your eyes catch, bedecked in a resplendent assortment of woven colors like that of the rainbow. On this day, the day of that divinity, and you see they're similar. They're similar, like kind of streamers and sort of things set up to. It is the day. It is the day. So, with just a posse of his own slaves, but also several other Chazari who are more pious and keen towards the creator. Just catches your eye, like, and that glance sort of says everything. As you shoot daggers at each other, he certainly does to you. You don't need an insight roll given your relationship and how long this chase has been going on. And
Yeah, in contrast to his enormous rainbow, as it were, of colors that cascade down from him. As an acolyte of Sitchin, the most of the dyes and whatever colors that are put onto these leathers and furs, and even the small band that holds together the mane of quills that cascade down from my head. It's all blacks and dark blues, very muted, but a potent dark color that it stands in sharp contrast to the enormous Jazaris before me, or departing ahead of me.
I've heard from. He says, quietly steps up from nowhere. From Shil, that he has made some sort of arrangement with the priests of the theater. The next cycle's theme, their plays, their artistry will be of his suggestion, though I do not know what it is. You're kind of like, oh, what? I don't want to face the. I just got double rations. Like I do.
and my quills tense up a little bit as she's saying this. Yes, well, he may have his alliances with the faith of the trickster. They will do him very little good. And then I depart, not saying goodbye, not even turning to look at her, as that is her station.
Most assuredly. And with that, you move a little bit further. You find yourself for that sort of depot, this sort of this sort of structure of stone and of some bits of metal upon it. And there's bustling activity of trade as caravans moving this way and that. Goods are being disseminated and moved about. And you see so standing in the midst of this ordered chaos is perhaps the best way to describe it, is a Vigish man who you may you're gonna have to use your imagination on this. I did the best that I could in the limited time that I had, so no back talk. There you go. Is this man? This man was named, or you know who this person is. He's like, I run the trade depot here. That's what he does. And he sees you and squints. And goes back to he's got this ledger, big ledger upon his personage. No. This way. This is to go. The home of this family here. Do not read. Understand. It's going about his business, but take it away as you approach. I'm navigating between the bustle. I mean,
there is an order to it, so it's not like I'm like pushing my way through these people, poisoning half the people who seek to get their goods. I make my way up to this man, not seeing any reason to wait for whoever is discussing anything with him. Santier, I've come to seek the release of some of my, or
Yes, I
should I say,
understand what you are here for. And I am here to inform you that the goods remain here at the present moment. The trip back, the caravan leader's report indicates a far more strenuous journey, requiring far more of the house's resources to ensure its protection. As such, the normal payment is insufficient.
You know that this is unacceptable. One does not simply agree on a sum and then change the price when it is time for the sum to be paid.
We're well aware of the agreement between the Meadery and House Santier in these matters. Protection
Perhaps.
the Vikish clan ensures the swift and continual shipment of your goods, in exchange for which we are to be paid in recompense.
And you are paid to the tiniest coin that you could possibly
Recompense
require.
commensurate
However,
with-
the agreed upon price is static. It does not change, no matter weather or worry or any danger that may come upon this. If we were to simply allow one to change the prices at any point, this would lead to a desire for other ways of acquiring that which we need. This is not the case.
If you find a more admirable or reliable means of gathering and guarding your materials, your temple is more than welcome to do business with them. You will find that the words I share with you are quite correct and quite precise in their interpretation.
I do not know any of this. I have not heard of any interpretations of the agreement in which one may simply hold the goods, as it were, for ransom, as if the agreement were not made and the payment were not already provided.
And it kind of like, it seems to like not, there's so much going on. As it kind of takes a second to turn back to you as you're talking to him. That you kind of are. His attention shifts between you and other people as you're sort of discussing with him.
How tall is this guy? I just want to get a idea of where I'm standing in relation to this guy.
This guy is 6'3".
Okay.
6'3".
Okay. So yeah. So I'm looking up at this dude. Very hurt and insulted by the fact that this dude would dare pay attention to these other people without resolving the issue before him.
Yeah.
I stand there just kind of like tapping my feet a little bit, like,
Well, I
let's go.
understand your situation. You have my sympathies. As you must look after your own interests, your own goods, and ensure they are protected. My people must be protected. The resources of the house must be protected. And when Nifland becomes more dangerous than its usual, which perhaps it has been some time since you have left the outskirts of the city, of the town, it is not a city, is quite dangerous even on the best of occasions. So perhaps we can work out some sort of agreement between us that would be mutually beneficial. I assure you these goods will not be going anywhere until some degree of recompense is provided to House Santier. 3
again.
of my guardsmen were wounded. 2 pack animals died in a Wraithwind storm. Some goods from other businesses in this community were partially lost. Be thankful that your spices and other unguents were not in any way molested in the journey and arrived to you unscathed despite such hardships.
Again, I see no reason why one must hold the fact that your workers were not able to perform their tasks well enough to against those of us who simply have paid for and provided you with the funds required to transport these goods. Is it a common practice amongst your people to simply punish others for your own failures?
And he could see like a glint of fire in his eyes, but he remains. He keeps his composure. Why don't you give me a academics? Well, no, you're not. You're not trying to use the. Give me a. Diplomacy roll. Yeah. You're not trying to use the law against them necessarily yet. Is that the actual roll? Oh my. Wow. All right. Thought you were joking with me. So, as you know, you say those words, and it tries to keep his composure, but you could tell you've hit a nerve. You've hit a nerve, kind of with him. Perhaps you forget.
Again, I do not think that your people are incapable of performing the task as agreed upon. And if in the future the prices must be raised, then we will do so, and this can be negotiated between interested parties. But for this shipment, I do not believe that it would be unreasonable for me to demand that the shipment is to be released as it was paid for at the agreed upon amount.
Very well. Though such negotiations may, in fact, need to be discussed in the future.
Of course, I would not keep this from you. I would not dare to suggest that the prices must remain static forever. Simply that once paid, these prices are final. It is the only way to ensure that everything happens as it should. You know.
Give me an insight roll, real quick. Emotions, if you have any forte in that. I don't think you do. Okay. Definitely got under his skin. You definitely understand that you won this argument. This guy's perhaps just as pedantic as you are. And there's perhaps a little bit of begrudging respect in his eyes as your shipment is carried out. But with that, as you acquire your shipment and you see the gallivanting, colorful, roving band kind of going towards the gaudy basket, we switch scenes. It may be. Don't worry about it. With that, we change scenes to a raucous and wondrous celebration in the tribal pools of the hot springs of the tribe of the Yellow Sands. It is a wondrous day and a wondrous occasion. As Foimul, you know full well the luxuriousness of this day, as the tribe has made a wondrous agreement for a trade of some fine pack animals, mounts for a tribal herd, a negotiation having been made with the Temple of Are, and the trade is to be made today. And you're there with your brethren, your sisterin, your assembled. Much of the tribe is all here, and there's cooking, there's dancing, there's gallivanting and cavorting of all sorts. As this is a great day for the tribe. Tribe has made, or will be getting some great things. This fine day. As I turn the scene over to you, as you're there with your wondrous friend, companion, your delightful little comrade, Gifulo. He is.
Hey, Gavula! Hey! What did we trade for these animals? Huh?
Oh, you not know? Oh, you not know? Oh, Elder going to speak soon. We all tribe give to make good payment for these good animals. They find, Temple of Are, they make the best.
Oh, yeah.
They raise best animals.
Best.
They feed tribe long time. They pull many wagons.
Oh, yes. Wait! No. Is, they
What
do
do
not
you mean,
for
no?
eating.
What?
They do not for eating, they are for the working.
Oh. I thought they were for eating.
They make the food,
Well-
but they are not the food, Gafula, I told you this many times before. Why don't you remember? Come on.
I have too much on my mind.
I know
Well-
you do. You do. That, now that you bring that up, how did you, get the cart? Did you get the cart? Remember
Oh, it is-
the chains ago, you tell me about the cart and then where is it?
And his eyes light up, and it's like middle eyelid kind of flitters back and forth several times in absolute excitement. Oh,
Oh.
I get. I not show you. I not show anyone yet. I save for this day. Come, I show you first.
Ooh,
I told you
ooh.
first.
So Wallen with him. You make a good deal. You got this for the.
It's a very good deal.
Okay, I am excited.
Oh, he want just these Kalfa. Kalfa, they good, but they sometimes they simple, you know. But
I know. You have to be kind. You know they yeah, they're
I
not.
know, you know. All he want rocks. All he want stone from within tide pool, you know.
Oh, yeah,
You
oh,
know
yeah,
the,
oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
you know, not even good stone, you know, crushed up, you know, like the powder, you know, it red that orange color.
Oh, yeah.
You know the one. Let's see.
Yeah.
I tell him this no good. I try give him good deal, but he want the rocks. I give him.
This leader knows
That's
this
all he
trade.
want. Hmm?
Has she seen the cat? Or do you hoard it? Kakafula, are you hoarding from tribe? This is what this cat is.
No.
Ah, okay, good. I have to
I
watch
make
you
it look
do
nice.
you know? I slap on the back.
No. Come it this way.
Oh,
And he waddles. He waddles over, and you know the tribe. You know there are many steaming pools, mineral springs. Some sort of spilling out into others in waterfalls of that kind of bright, cloudy blue coloration that occasionally mixes in. The stone and the sands around are stained. Kind of a burnished gold to a burnt orange, and all around the exterior and in other places along the area, which sits off at a distance from the town proper, although it's not too far, is that vivid yellow sand, that vivid yellow rock stone, that powdery material that surrounds the perimeter of these tide pools. And the just Chthon, you know, some pools are sort of deep. There's kind of like like an earthquake or a volcanic activity has sort of shifted the stone. So there's these walls where the Chthon have built into their own strange preternatural understanding of the way stone works has led them to make certain additions and improvements for their particular uses. He takes you up you're nearby. You're passing more of the your Chthon brethren. Some of them are bringing goats and lambs. Some of them are bringing bits of food, buckets of Chthon goulash and other wondrous materials.
Dash. Oh, look at this.
It's gonna be good day, good celebration.
That is good.
But look, here it is. Look,
Oh,
is this not good wagon? You see wagon good as this before, and this wagon,
I'm walking up to it.
it's a big wagon. It's massive. It could hold maybe four Chthon in it. Maybe even 5 if the other one is not particularly fat. And it's
Kafula, this is well. The tribe is good for this, huh?
yeah. No, the part it connect to animal, it broken, but we can fix. Fix.
Yes.
Look,
That is easy.
it easy.
It is the easy.
This that wheel it'll be loose, but we can fix it.
Oh, it is as good as new.
It's good
Ah,
as new.
you should show this to the elder, yes? You show this to the elder will see you.
Mm. Mm. She.
And maybe one day you'll be one of elders,
Ah.
and
And he,
then,
yeah.
that would be a sight.
And he gives that kind of like trilling kind of laughter of that clicking and clucking back in his throat. And he kind of slaps you over the over the shoulder, and this is good wagon.
But,
Well, yeah, we. What do you bring? What do you bring to for deal with big temple, good house, temple,
yes.
good house.
Oh, the powerful clergy. I bring the cart with you. Yes,
Oh, we bring together.
we bring together, and then we both get goulash. Huh?
Wait, we can't give wagon. Can't give wagon. We just get wagon.
Oh
we-
yes, we gotta keep wagon.
Oh,
Smart. Yeah, that is good. You are smart. We'll keep wagon. Okay, and quick. We have to find something to give for the trade.
mm,
You know.
what? Wait. No.
You know, I have idea. Okay? You'll come with me. Come with me. Be quick now. Start waddling on down. And I lead him to the main market of Ormston. Ormston.
I'm
And
sorry.
like this is like speed walking. Chthon speed walking. We're almost
Yeah.
jogging. But it's just like
Yeah.
this like pot-bellied, bow-legged, just and I'm not slowing down. I'm just making my way into the market. Chthon with a need. Ah.
We here. Where we go?
Okay. Hold here. Okay, and I got my arm around it.
Mm.
Okay, now.
Hello. Good morning.
Don't talk to him. Okay. Don't talk to him. Okay. We have to find something. You know, the powerful clergy. You know, they like things that shine. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So look for something that is shiny. I point it out. And then I tell you what do next, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. And I split from him, and I start just looking around. Someone's like just selling some little doodads. I'm like, I just suddenly poke my head like, then I keep waddling away. Get away, you just fun. I just waddle away.
All right. What looking through? Why don't you give me a perception check?
I will. I will give you a perception. I can't help but laugh every time. Okay. I got a 15. My perception roll.
All right. Great. So you see one of the right off, like kind of off, in the distance, like on the other side of the, kind of the main marketplace. You see, there's that strange wooden house, that gazebo, where the Frey like to go to sleep in the middle of the day for some reason, and there's bits of kind of decoration. So it's not usually there. All these shining things of glass, of like stained glass. And it is all there. And then some of the there's little pools that run through here. There's little bits of of shininess that you could see reflecting delightfully in the morning light.
Kafula, hey, come here.
Hey, whoa,
Oh, shh, quiet now, okay? Now's the time for quiet, okay? You see? And I just, with my hand around his shoulder, I with that hand and my other hand, I turn his head to where I'm looking. Yeah. Right over there, you see? Oh, yes, that is where we go. They sleep, but some have eyes open, so you don't know if they sleep or not. You know, the Fae, they're very strange like that. I heard they don't even lay eggs. But,
what? Well, how's that possible?
but,
What?
that is the gift that we get. That is the gift we bring, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to
They
need
don't
you.
need. They not use.
They don't need all of it. They don't need all of it. It's easy. Okay?
It's easy.
It's easy. First, this is what you do. You don't go in there, you go around, okay? And you look
Okay.
and you see how many of the Freyin are there, okay?
Okay.
If there are a lot or a little, either way,
Okay.
you come back and tell me, okay?
I tell you.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'll go over this way and I'll look this way as well. Okay. Let's go.
And off he goes.
There's Waddle.
All right.
We're scouting out.
Yeah.
How well guarded is this loot?
All right.
I'm looking for like some beads, some of those bits of glass. I don't even understand. I'm just looking. It looks pretty.
And-
I just want to.
Yeah. And as I described before, there's like what you perhaps don't know what they are, but little like chimes, like beads that are sort of
Right.
hung down. Like they weren't. You didn't see them or didn't notice them before, but they're certainly there today. They're vividly colored. Bits of like linens that have been dyed. These vivid colors, but you move on through and you see all that, and you even maybe snatch a few. And you don't see many Freyin asleep or sitting down, and weird thing they do at this point. But then Cthulhu comes back. Oh,
Huh?
what do you see?
There's
I
not
say
many.
they're not many, but this is there someone no Freyin.
What is it?
It
What is it?
you know the Fae, but not Freyin.
Oh,
the
is
other-
it the yeah?
They're
I know.
tail. They have
I know.
tail.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I know.
Yes. Yeah. One of she, but she not sleep. She walk around.
Okay. Okay. This is what we do. Okay, you and I. This is what we do. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. This is what we do. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
And I look around. I'm looking for like goats or some animals or something. Shepherd with some goats or something as we're going through.
Sure. It's moving away through the marketplace, moving through the town to get to the
I look
Graze
at that for a
land.
moment. Then that momentary fear of getting caught is pushed away. I need to provide for my people. I can't show up empty-handed. Okay, this is what we do. All right, this is what you do. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna go. No, you're gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to talk to the tail fae. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to be talking. Okay, and while I do the
Okay.
talk, you go around that way, other side. And you take,
Okay.
and then you run.
Okay.
You run to clan. Okay,
Okay.
let's do this.
Let's do it.
So, and then
All
like
right.
I don't run away from him. I just like try to act cool, but I'm all like jittery, like.
And you immediately see this kitsune woman. I actually don't have a picture for because I didn't think I needed it today. But it's all right.
Kabumadiana!
Oh!
Kitala kudulada, eh? Speaking Thuban to her. And I just start approaching her. Kabula tata!
And she that's you speaking in Thuban in a kind of somewhat accented Thuban. Yes. What do you wish to do here, Chitan?
I have word. Can I speak?
And she just nods. She's like very puzzled as to why there's a bumbling Chitan in the in this holy place to Dazazea.
I look for, you know, I look for the ones with the thing, you know, and they carry it with them all time. I need for clan. They are this, and I try to like gesture her away from the gazebo and like towards the crowd. Do you know where? You know the ones that carry the thing. Do you know
Yes,
where
the
they
trade.
are?
They are that way. Surely you must know. The trade would have been moved already this morning to where it must.
Oh, we've been moved
Go.
already. Okay. This is no good. You know, this is no good.
Please, this way. It's like get away from all the rain. Like we're
And
trying to meditate.
I just go with her. I'm like, oh, this is no good. No good
Please.
is no.
No, you must not find here. Go this way. That is where you must go to find the people you're looking for. Go.
Okay. Okay. Thanking you. And then like I turn and I turn back. Do you need work? I do many things. Do you need
No,
the worker to do things? Hmm?
No, thank you.
I
are
know
fine.
many things.
Perhaps different day.
Many things. I just awkwardly pause, my arms open wide like that, in like a desperate attempt to like look at me. Of course, I have no grades in guidelines, like, but I'm
Give
like,
me a give. You can give me the strangest of diplomacy checks.
Okay.
Ever.
I will give you the best of diplomacy checks.
Great.
Get with it. All right. I got 9.
Okay.
Is many things. You know.
And she
My
just
arms are just open wide.
kind of nods. Her tail kind of twitches. With like, what was that all about? All right, the stress is over. This Chitan is gone. It's not besmirching the tranquility. And she
And then like like I
goes
go
back,
like
and
that.
she puts back over like a pot that you knocked down, trying to
Oops.
get away.
I am the sorry. It is fine. Okay. I am the goodbye. Okay. How do
Goodbye.
you know Thuban? You speak well. As I turn back.
I speak many languages.
Oh. Are you powerful clergy? Only they know many, you know?
Now you can give me a streetwise.
And I have no grades in that skill.
Okay.
Though I
Great.
could do many things, don't you worry.
Many things.
I got a 5.
All right, great.
I'm-
Yeah, no idea.
Make sure you
Great.
so nothing's come. So I'm
she
like,
just she just nods and like
and I'm
let me go back.
I'm positioning myself so like I'm in front of her. Her back is to the gazebo, and I'm looking very obviously like behind her as I'm talking. Like, oh yeah.
And you see Gafulo. He's like, he's got like a bunch of shit. He's
Once I see him start like waddling away, then I'll try to get away as well. but I'm like, anyway. Oh, you are powerful clergy, huh?
Yes, that's right.
Powerful clergy. I like holding my
Blessings
hand.
to say it be upon you.
Oh, who's this?
And she's like, oh God, oh God. Like, it's the goddess of tranquility, the daydream.
Oh. Ah. Oh, okay. My hands are up like this, like, oh.
People give her praise, meditate.
Oh.
Here, understand, must be quiet. It's a place of tranquility.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for this. I did not know. Please do not curse me.
Go with the daydream's blessing.
Uh,
She just turns around like,
Yeah, like, and I'm
I'm-
like getting like, okay, and then like I suddenly start hopping on off like, I like, and I
Right.
try to get behind the belt, like break line of sight from her immediately,
yeah.
because I know
You-
these Fae, they're crafty, not as crafty as Jathan.
That's right. How do you catch up with Gafulo with his arms full of loot of various?
Ah, look at this! Give me some.
Here you go.
Okay,
Enough for both.
enough for whole tribe. We do
Whole
great this time. Ah,
Good day.
good.
And
Day.
you know, so
For a
we not
time
need
I was
walk.
frightened.
We have
I was
wagons soon.
Hmm?
So we have wagon. No need run. You know. We could fit much more.
No, this was
No.
for one time.
Oh. Oh yes. For
We could feed other things. This is useless. It does not feed. It does not feed the tribe. But it is the-
Hatash. We fit much Hatash.
oh yeah, much a touch for whole tribe. This is what I plan, you know?
You're very smart for you.
Kafura. Yeah, yes. I have plans. I have plans that I give to whole tribe.
Yeah.
And then whole tribe have plans.
Mm.
And now
Mm.
whole tribe will have these. I just wobble with it, like it, and I drag it on the ground like these wind chimes. So I just drag it
Yeah.
on the ground now and then. Just,
Right.
oh, I lift it up now and then. Okay.
And as you return triumphant back to the tribe, and as all of you, your various places, you, Gannet, fetching the first logs, getting to work. Yeah, I know, right? Starting the good day, starting the foundations for your home. Kiartzi, as you returning back with the cart filled with the trade goods bound for the meadery, you each see from your various points of points of view throughout the town, that lone tower on the rise, in the outskirts, overlooking the plains, the highlands, the ice fields, comes a light. The beacon is lit, signaling an attack or some threat unto the town. And immediately, all the people, all sorts of people throughout everyone's eyes goes to that. It's, shouting begins, cries of alarm, of like, this has happened before, but it's all no one knows what could come. As some people begin to scatter and sort of move from the marketplace. As you're trailing back, you see Santiago begin to immediately move some of the caravans and the wagons in as Santiago guards file out of the exchange house. Now you see people in the farmlands, Foimul, moving into their homes as chaos erupts. And I'm going to turn it over to Gannett first. What do you do as you see this?
That I innocently just playing around, trying to figure out exactly. I've changed around what the foundations might look like several times by now, and every now and then looking back at the town, adoringly, and then I do see and hear this commotion, and just kind of gasping on my breath, and kind of just drop everything I'm doing. Make sure I have, I pick up the axe over here and the hammer over here and sling them onto my various belts and start bolting it. I'm a fast little kid, so I'm beelining it right now to get back to the lodge. In my head, I gotta get to Kolchev. I gotta find my mother. We gotta defend the town. Oh goodness, what's going on here? It's my place. I must protect this town. I must protect the innocents.
So you're running for the Yellow Eye? Is that where you're heading? Or are you heading? Sorry.
I'm actually gonna head to the lodge.
Okay, got it. So you run back to the lodge and you see some of the regular carpenters, people are moving inside. Or some of the jacks are. You actually kind of meet them sort of just as you get there. They're running out to meet whatever's happening here. You see your ogre companion. You even see Argo with armaments upon his person, running out, his goat legs moving in the manner only a satyr can.
And as I approach them, I start calling out, where's the trouble? Who's attacking us?
Beacon is lit. Go. Hurry.
Of course.
No. Something from the ice fields. Must be an attack. Raid. Perhaps Nif wolves. Or even Mihan. No, can't be Mihangi. Too early in the day.
Oh no, maybe Austrians. I've never. Oh, I don't want to look down the eyes of a Mihangi, but.
No, can't be Mihangi. Maybe not. Sun too high. But you never know. They've grown bolder the last few cycles. Here, take that. Throws you like a hand axe. It's like, hey, he's ready. He's ready to fight. This ogre, decked in the armament of ogre flesh, is all the armor he needs.
Yep, and right by his side, little 4'11" Kitsune, just keeping up. Although he's fast enough, with his little hand axe out.
What's your speed? Curiosity.
What is my speed? My speed is 19.
Oh, okay. You probably do keep up. Well done. All right, so you all make a beeline back towards the front of the town as it faces.
And we're calling out everything that we're expecting to kill. We're gonna get Mihangis. We're gonna get ice wraiths.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get them. And as we're going, I had a little bit of anxiety at first. Anyone could have even seen it in my face. But the more we go on, the more amped up and excited we are to start spilling some blood.
That's right.
Defense of the town.
Defense of the town. It's too boring a town anyway. As the scene shifts, Kiaratzi. You see all this. What do you do?
So we are still relatively close to the exchange, correct?
Yes.
I mean, we haven't we're not we haven't been moving, and they started moving everything back in. If I am understanding this correctly.
Like the stuff that was parked, like the carts that were parked, and
Okay.
like the stuff that was being like haggled over or sort of sorted, it's being moved back in. Like, we don't have time to sort this now, just get it inside. You know, that kind of deal.
Approximately how long would I estimate it would take for me to get back to the garrison?
Several.
Okay, then we are going to
while.
remain
Okay.
in.
Okay.
We are going to
Okay.
join in with the rest of the traders and merchants and hagglers and move our goods within the exchange and take advantage of their hospitality, as is only proper in an event such as this.
You move. You get your wagon is taken by somebody there, and you move back inside as more and more of the Vaigish of House Santier sort of start filing out, and a few other non-Vaigish here as well, filing out. Do you speak Morghulish?
Yes.
Okay, so there's orders being given to move out, to face whatever it is that's happening. The beacon has been lit. Something is attacking from the the northwest. Something is coming here as the Santier guards start to move out, leaving this place unprotected. This particular day.
Well, that does not do much to comfort me in in my decision to help store my goods here. But I will take heart in the fact that these people know what they're doing. They are warriors, and that is what they do, is fight things. So they may go and do this.
All right. Right. So you move in, hunker down with a bunch of the merchants. It's crowded. It's uncomfortable. Although you've never actually been inside, this Santier structure before. It's very Spartan. It is very sort of brutal kind of architecture in its efficiency and simplicity, which is either abhorrent or respectable to your sensibilities. But as you're stuffed in here with all the riffraff, we switch to Foymul. As you're like you're
What is
back,
going
you're kind
on?
of in the field. You're kind of in between the outskirts of like the civilized part of town where there's buildings and the tribe lands, heavily laden down with like bottles and wind chimes.
Quickly, Kafula!
streamers.
To the tribe, we have to hurry! Do you see
Oh, what do you
those?
think is?
Do you see that? Oh, it is danger. We have
Give
to
me a
protect
perception
the
check.
tribe.
You're actually on a higher, the hot springs are kind of above the town. So give me a perception check, sight base.
Okay. I got a 1.
Great. You don't see anything at all.
Oh, it
It's,
is danger. We have to go to tribe. Quickly.
It's nothing. It's a false alarm. All right.
You
What's your
know,
speed?
sometimes the people, they don't understand a cup full of, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Oh, oh, look. They're people. They're fish people. Yeah, fish people. Oh, what is...
What are you talking about? There's no such thing as fish people.
No, 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 no. People, they bring the fish.
The fish
Ah.
people, yes, it's the fish
Yes.
people. Oh, where are they?
No, you see. Use your eyes. You have open both lids, Foimo. Look. You see.
Help me! I can't see. I can't see it.
As you bumble forth, we're gonna
Yeah, I
switch
just look
switch
around
back.
like I'm trying to see where he's pointing. I'm just like, I can't see what you're doing.
Streams you flying your eyes. Gannet, as you're running up with the jacks, you see already there's been a number of like hunters of the Yellow Eye moved out. You see Santier guards moving through in their metallic armor. Other individuals of various faiths and various professions, sort of, this is, ring the bell in the town center, and those who are able sort of are rushing forward to kind of like there's a wall. Some people have weapons that are more finely crafted than others. See the hunters of Shy, and many of them have either bows. Many more of them have crossbows, and are some are sat upon mounts. You even see some of the followers of Are. Some of their chariots are moved out. Of course, they are not sort of participating in this, but chariots are given over to some of the Santier guardsmen to be used if necessary.
And seeing all these gathered, I immediately become interested in seeing if my mother's among the hunters. And start calling out
yes.
or searching.
Yeah, she is.
Right, and yeah, I actually do when I'm approaching her. And do you know what's going on out there?
Shh. Not now. Pay attention.
But I haven't done this before. You've been out. You defended this town so many times.
Now's the time to start.
Okay.
And you see, like, her eyes are sort of fixed, and as you sort of see where she's looking, you kind of are just able to see a number of it looks like lumberjacks, hunters, fisher, the hunters and the harvesters who go out into the ice fields. A number of them, like about a dozen or something, are being chased. Some of them have like some more of them have like sleds, and they're kind of rapidly, approaching. You see, there's like they're overburdened with people who are fleeing. These sleds are going slow, but still faster than an individual would run. And you see a sight you've never seen before, even in your excursions onto Nifland. Just an ogre, like, war party, or like a raiding party, just chasing these Freyens and satyrs and kitsunes and some hibbins. And yeah, you just hear the booming ogre voices and the screams of terror coming through. And as the last bits of sort of folk sort of are assembled here, you hear that's right, the command to rush forward and to attack, and not paying a single iota to you in this moment. Your mother just runs, just starts moving. You know, she's got, she doesn't have a crossbow. She has a bow, and of course a sidearm, and she just books it. Runs with a swiftness. Come on, as he is your ogre companion.
And I briefly hesitate, but with less than a second, I'm already back out on their heels, ready.
With a song in his throat, he begins to sing the praises of honest Jack, and of no man left behind in Niflheim, and of punishment unto those who prey upon the weak and defenseless. And with that, actually, we're not going to do that. I'm just gonna give it over to you, Gannett, to just describe in a very brief montage fashion what your reaction and actions are as you're rushing towards this. I'm going to be right back 1 second.
All right, so going into this little fight here, I've never been in a scrap this kind of like big, wrestling around with some of the ogres back at the lodge or something, but never anything as real as this. So the stress and fear is pretty plain, but he understands that it's his place to be brave, be very brave, and defend the innocent. And he does this and sees these big ogres, out in the distance, and he knows how strong they are. He's very familiar. The strength of an ogre has been thrown around plenty times by them. And while everybody's singing a tune to the fact that we are going to be defending the innocent and all, I can't help but feel a pinch of betrayal almost. I've made friends among the ogre community over here in this town, and that always thought of them as just being the happiest of the happiest, and people who would never be terribly malicious, certainly not attacking this town like this. And however, these foreign ogres, they're kind of betraying that trust that I had always assumed to be around, the trust that I imagined that Najakti would have with Mool. And with that sort of sad note, along with the righteous anger I'm trying to build up to be brave enough to engage in this attack, I move on as fast as my little legs can take me.
All right. And in a montage, these forces, meet, or actually do not quite meet, as the chariot mounted Santier, the mounted hunters with their crossbows and their arrows, move ahead with an extra swiftness, firing arrows and crossbow bolts, hurling javelins into the oncoming group of ogres, with an absolute glee and bloodlust upon their eyes. A few of them being taken down. This situation sort of continues as the sleds and the chariots continue making passes. A few individuals, unfortunately, are cut down by ogre irons, axes. Some of them have hammers that have just been big branches of trees with like a rock woven onto it. The vast majority are able to kind of make it before the ogres are kind of driven off with the volley of Vaigish and Shishin precision and ruthlessness, as they
And taking up their lead when the battle does get that real, when we're really into it, I do end up kind of not getting in as much melee range as I can. I stay behind, and everybody around anybody who would notice me over the grand battle that's actually happening would see that I have a good bit of skill at throwing these couple of hand axes that I have, and when I run out of the 3 of those that I only have on me, I throw in my daggers, hammers, and soon I'm actually out of things to throw. And when this happens, I focus my energy on getting everybody who is running away from these ogres back into the town. Running a kind of running defense of them, armless, but trying to make
Right.
a show of it.
Right.
Pushing a sled along, adding my speed or strength to any of that, while still looking back, always looking back, seeing how everybody's doing.
Perhaps surprising to you, it seemed that easy to drive them off. Although you've never been in a battle such as this before. But we switch scenes back to the exchange house, as maybe 20 minutes have gone by. As doors are open, and there are folks standing outside. There's the same Vigish exchange officer actually sort of exchanges some words. There's been an attack on some of the fishermen and the hunters. Anyone who has skill in barbery or in any assistance to aid in the animals who have been injured, assemble now. You'll be taken. The danger has passed.
And I most certainly do not volunteer for this task. First of all, I don't have any skill in that, as I am not a person who wants to die of demon infestations, and that's for lower class people. So I go over and get the Vigish who are ready to move my secret blend of herbs and spices, and I walk over to this Sentier and thank you for your hospitality. It was greatly appreciated in this endeavor. The garrison and its associated industries will remember this offer of shelter in a time of need. I say, and completely honest, looking up at this mountain of a man compared to me. Again, it's greatly appreciated.
He just nods curtly, kind of just twice, and steps aside and heads back into the fray of the flurry of things going on. Foimul, you're back at the tribe, the tribe lands.
We made it.
Oh, we made it. We made it.
It's good.
What do you see?
Did you see? Did you see trouble? I mean, I heard the light. I saw the lights there. Was there trouble down there?
I don't know how you not see. People. Many ogres chased them. I saw a few die. I think.
That is why we are up here in the springs. We're safe. The elder knows this. Many cycles ago, this is why we are here. We are safe from running ogres.
Oh yeah.
They can't run uphill like we can.
Shh. Oh, there she is. Elder.
Show the bubbles. Show it.
Kapama. Elder Gapama. And you see, as you come in with your somewhat diminished armfuls of loot, many of which other loot has already been gathered in just like a pile in the middle of
Throw it on there.
kind of like the Trilands where the Chthon were once dancing and cavorting, where there is no longer dancing and cavorting, but many people are assembled around sort of this large tide pool, and you see, upon sort of like just sort of floating back as if in like a great Turkish bathhouse or something, the largest of Chthon who exist in the tribe right now, anyway. The Elder Gapama. She, her massive corpulence, resting upon the waters of the spring here. She's talking to the tribe. Oh yes, I see. People telling her, oh yes, people now, big attack, beacon go. Beacon, yes. Oh, what we do? Oh, we're not going to get good deal. Oh, what are we going to? That's
the deal.
the gossip.
No. My voice joins the chorus of worry.
Oh,
No. What do we do? Oh no.
oh, this. Oh God, this ruckus of what's going on. Oh, all be quiet, all quiet. And so she raises her big flat flabby turtle arms. As she never leaves the tide pool. Oh, you. What happened? What happened? Outside tribe. What guy? And the guy here was this, and this true. This, and then Gafulo, he's like, oh, yes, I see it. He's like, yeah, I see it. Thanks. Like,
It is true. Gafula and I, we were outside. We saw.
oh, it's not good. Not good.
Big red ones. Running.
Red ones.
Running.
Very hungry.
Yeah.
Very hungry. It's not good. You, tribe, must help. People, town must know the tribe is good. Town must trust tribe. This only way we continue get good things.
Great leader. Great elder. Please hear. Please hear me.
It's like, yep.
I-
Go ahead.
Well, as Chthon eyes start turning and looking at me, I kind of meekly go near the pool. And I go on my knees. Great tribal elder, hear me now. And I gesture to like the tribe as if I'm really speaking to the tribe. Hear me now. Give me the honor. Give me the honor. We bring the carts. We go down. And we do what we can for these people. Huh? We do not take animal from them. No. We a hammer, a nail, and we fix, and we move bodies. The ogres, if they're we move away and we clean. I'm like, and I look to Gafula like, oh, what else would we be doing? I just look at him for help. I'm like,
We bring food. Bring food. Yes. People need
Food!
Need eat. Bad times. Need eat. And like you see, the elder, your middle eyelid blinks, and her eyeballs contract and dilate. Yes, this is good. Many people think Chthon don't trust. Must see that tribe is good for town. That is how we end up in chain. We know end up in chain. Go, Foimel. You know many things.
Yes.
You take wagon. Take Igop best hammer. You take his hammer. Take the hammer he used. This hammer fix many cart, many bucket, many boxes. This good hammer. You take a sign.
Just take it from him.
Yellow Sand Tribe is good. Yellow Sand Tribe. Help town.
And I raise hammer up.
Chains. No chains.
No
And then-
chains. No chains. This way. And as I just have my arm just fully extended upward, just holding the hammer very awkwardly as I waddle on out, back on down, leading whoever wishes to follow. And I'm
and
going
many
to the cart.
do go into Gafulo's cart, drawn by many Chthon.
Come on,
This
come on, get ready. We'll go down there, and we're gonna help. We're gonna help. As I kind of gesture with my hammer, like almost in a threatening manner, as if someone wasn't understanding what I was saying. Looked like a war party. We're gonna help. Yeah.
and with that, you do. And I'm gonna ask. No, I'm not. Never mind. Forget about that. Well, I will. I will ask. Why don't everyone Foimel, give me a brief montage of how your band of your helping band rushes in, as there are many wounded and sort of frightened people. Many, much to perhaps Kiartzi's chagrin, are moved into the garrison, which you find out the other clergy, agree to, allow that to happen. But, much of the day's work, barrels are moved out of the way. Production is diminished and halted. But as the garrison fills up with the wounded, some people who have died, and just other people who are just frightened, or it just becomes a gathering place for many of the people. So take it away, Foimel.
Aftermath, devastation. People are moaning. People are worried. Some children are crying for their parents. It's desolate. It's depressing. It's harsh. For a moment, this scene reflects the true brutality of Niflheim. And then a Freyne child kind of looks up. Oh, what's that sound? Some people kind of turn from the dirty street. They turn. What is that? A gibbering madness of Thuban, intermingled as just a big parade of Chthon, with an angry looking Chthon with a hammer in his hand, just shouting in Thuban, Kabugara! Kabugabada! And then I see that Freyne child, and I gesture with my hammer, Kabujabobada! The Freyne child, its eyes go wide as these Chthon start going over. They start, they help it on up, and for a moment the Freyne looks utterly terrified. Oh, finally, they always knew that Chthon were going to raid, were always going to take over. But now, that moment of fear is soon replaced with apprehensive thankfulness, and as people kind of almost comically are caught in a sea of Chthon, as the little squat bodies are moving about. This way, you go inside this here. As you just start putting more and more people into the garrison, just more and more. Chthon are holding the doors open. Chthon start pouring into the garrison. We know. Well, I know what's going on. I know what to do. So I said, you go, get there, pick up that barrel. You put it in there. We go this. We go. Oh, yes, help out. No, help it up. Don't look at it that way. I know that look. I know that look. No, okay, this one. Yeah, over there. Okay, and I'm gesturing just with my hammer up atop the carriage. And then after I gesture, I can't take it. I can't take it being on top of everyone and commanding everyone. No, I can't take that. So, and I waddle my way on off the carriage, and I start waddling amongst the Chthon with my hammer just raised up as if a banner of our tribe, of me. And I just maximum, just full extension, not even like just like, yes, I'm just walking around this way, and I start picking up some things with my one hand as I'm keeping my hand up with the hammer, and I don't even use the hammer. I just hold it up because this is the banner that everyone saw. The elder gave me the hammer, so it's in turn, it's almost as if in this scene I am a proxy for her. So okay, pick up the barrel, move it over there, more in there. They all go in there, so we go there. Okay, go.
Okay.
The streets are flooded.
And
Nice.
as I return to the chaos that has overtaken the garrison, like I can't help but just despair at the utter lack of coordination, at the utter lack of order in this place. And so as yes, you may go and unload the trade goods around the back. Do not let these see where you are going. We do not need to see them, have them going in several entrances at once. Move quickly. And thank you for your services. And so then I begin to head on into what looks to be a war zone of its own, a tent of barbarity and chaos. As husbands are looking for wives. Children are looking for mothers. Siblings are reaching out for each other and wailing as they have found. My sister has lost her arm in this combat, and we have to ensure that she doesn't die or have a demon infest her. Yes. I cannot simply.
Oh God! What are we going to do?
Pick this one up. Come on.
No.
They all go inside. Oh, cousin, hello. As I walk on over with my hammer. Hello, all these Chthoners moving around. Just utterly desperate.
Hello.
You and you inside. You see some other Sissionites, sort of like trying to get some order here, trying to this deluge of people. But take it away.
We're aggressively helping.
And Gannet,
yes,
with the jacks, you come in, you're helping some wounded people, helping to move some of those sleds, carrying some folk, as you all return to the garrison.
Cousin, you will move those who are wounded over to this corner over here.
Yes.
Closer to the fire. Ensure that all the small ones are kept away from this area, as
yes.
they will only cause trouble. And the rest of those who for these wounded ones, ensure they stay over here, and we will provide for their needs. Do not worry about this. But
yes, this way.
Have more people move
and
them.
I just, and I like the flag bearer that I am with the hammer. I start gesturing, and it's almost immediate that you realize that maybe like 3 of the 5 guidelines that you gave me actually, but afterwards it just becomes chaos again. It's like first, okay, we'll go there, and then just fun, just crazy. And I turn to you like, okay, and I continue just almost being lost in the crowd. You just see my hand, that hammer sticking up.
And so yeah, I'm gonna head back to the bar, or the area where from which people are served in the garrison, and slowly climb my way up upon the bar. Slap my my walking stick down on the thing so it like resounds a little bit, though it does very little to cut through the clamor. Those of you who are not wounded, please come up to this area. We will provide some mead and other ways to help assist you in your concerns. Those who are wounded shall be cared for in this area. We need not mix the two of you together. But we must not have this chaos, or else no one will be cared for. Those who are caring for these wounded, please move your charges over and begin to do as you must do in order to take care of all. Please come, you and you, yes, all of you. Prepare this cask. We will feed these
okay. All right.
concerned citizens, because like the best way to avoid crush a riot is to give people some mead, and hopefully they chill out a little bit. So that is what we are going to do.
Okay.
I come in with a couple of some somewhat wounded people, and you might have noticed I'll be a bit more pale than you might have last time you saw me chains or whatever ago. And catching the last bit of that little speech over there, I pass off my a satyr friend of mine has a leg injury over to somebody who can take care of him. And Carizzi, would you have any of the barber skills? Since you're here.
And so like as I'm
just the
standing
ale
up
then, huh?
on this bar, I look down on you and I'm like, just like I'm holding back. I'm trying, but I can't hold back. My name is Carizzi. It is an important term within the Thuban language. My name is quite. Its meaning, it has important significance among my people. I do ask that you would refrain from mispronouncing it in the future. But yes, I do not dirty my hands dealing with the injuries and.
Please, Sishidai, my wife was in the hunting party. I haven't seen her. Do you know where so many are coming? Do you know where she might be?
Sit down.
Hold on.
Be orderly.
I was actually out there. I joined the rest of the hunters and the lumberjacks. I was in the fight. I was able to bring some back here. Could you describe your wife? Because she was surely been able to come back here.
And
everyone sorry.
Runs together.
Again, there will be time for visiting the fallen and the wounded in the future, but for now, we cannot have those who are bereaved milling about with those who are injured. We must ensure that those who are injured are cared for.
Friend, you must be able to understand how somebody might be worried over their loved ones. Do you not have loved ones?
I just kind of like stare at you, like, yeah. I am not entirely sure of what you speak, but do not worry about this. It is a difficult word to translate into Lumen, but do not worry about this. These people must rest themselves, enjoy some of their this mead, which we are providing free of charge, and perhaps they will be able to see their dead soon.
Like, dead. Some of them might still be survivors. You can't just give up on their lives that easy.
I do
Start
not
saying
know.
dead, you're gonna make everyone panic.
Well, this is what they are searching for, are they not? They are searching for certainty, and perhaps they will find it. Perhaps they are alive as well,
Find
but
their
I
loved
do
one
not know.
in perfect health who got away with all the luck in the world. That's what they want.
Yes, but I do not think they will find that here. As I look at the scene of chaos, as like, you know, people are like moaning, as you know, like they're removing tree branches from open wounds in their bellies, and satyrs are, you know, like clutching at a horn which just got ripped off by a mighty ogre's strength, and now there's just a bleeding stump on his forehead. Yes, I'm sure they will find so much to be hopeful for here. In any case, please sit down and enjoy some of this fine mead. You have certainly earned it in your doing your part to assist the town in this battle.
And I clearly swallow whatever else I might have, tried to add more than that, and just nod. Thank you. I do much appreciate it. And I take some meat and kind of like almost plop/collapse down. Yeah, you can tell I'm quite tired, but uninjured.
And so yeah, so like, you know, as you depart, I'm trying to get people to organize into orderly lines over here so that everybody can, you know, get fed or get their drinks and perhaps a little bit of food in an orderly and reasonable manner. You know, if anybody tries to like rush up to the counter, I'll smack them with my walking stick, you know, right on the hands, and ensure, because otherwise, you know, no one's going to get helped. So we got to make sure that everybody is waits their turn.
So you're tending the bar, giving the survivors.
Not actually tending the bar. I'm organizing the bar. There are bartenders, those who are actually tending it. I'm just on top of the bar, ensuring that there are, like, you know, 3 separate lines where people can come up and obtain what they need.
Okay, you're trying to herd the cats, as it were. Why don't you give me a diplomacy check, and I want you to give me a sight or hearing based perception check, real quick. All right. So you're trying to get people's attention, but it's just not. The din and the chaos is too much until you hear, you know, over the sound of your own voice, the sound you hear Volge, you know, erupting. You know, over you, the sound of a mountain man, you know. Those who are not wounded on this side of the garrison, those who are injured or are tending to those who have died, here on this side, in the middle, and they're giving out instructions. You see, with your 14. He gives some orders to some other people, and amongst them, Itatil, rushes out to attend some survivor, following under the sort of the doing what Volge said, to do, and sort of he hasn't seen you, but you just sort of note that, and as this occurs, as other of the Sishonites and other people, more of the Najakthians are here, the some of the followers of Shai and the Santier Guard come in behind, and things begin to quiet down. But before they completely do, first, Gannett, is there anything? How are you taking this? What are you doing in this slowly cooling, boiling pot of fear? Get it. Gannett, are you? Well, you're muted.
Yeah,
Are you?
I was having trouble with the mute. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
And
Sorry.
as hearing that, I actually like kind of just follow orders. Like I'm getting a little bit I don't want to say despondent, not that harsh, but I've having never been through a battle, almost getting like a bit of a. I slowly walk over to the uninjured people, and soon just kind of have like a 1,000-yard stare thing going on about me, and just fail at noticing much of what's going on.
Right. Well, it's the true sign of life out there. Does it meet with your liking? Because you see your mother, just right out of nowhere.
And that that certainly snaps me right out of it. Yeah, yes, it sure does.
Hmm.
I'm glad to see that you are uninjured.
No need to worry about me. Be more
No, I know
concerned
you.
about
You are always the
yourself.
bold fighter.
Get used to this. You'll see a lot more of it. This is the path you truly wish to take. It's not
This wasn't
all
exactly the reason I
happy
chose it, but
wandering.
I do accept that responsibility. I didn't expect ogres. I expected the Mihangis or the ice wraiths, something truly evil. Not somebody I could otherwise maybe consider a friend.
There are no friends in Nifland.
Oh, come now, not even amongst us thousands or so in the town. But I think I see what you mean, the outsiders. And most who dwell this cold, harsh land.
You've been fortunate enough to be born in a community that should not exist in this place.
It is a marvelous thing, isn't it?
Provides comfort, yes. But to those whom have only felt that comfort, it can blind one to the true reality.
The true reality.
This is Nifland, and Nifland only takes.
Oh, but of course. It takes, but it's no. It still must provide some. That is my calling as a lumberjack, and if things go well, maybe one day as a happy wanderer. You were right that the land does not give much, but we can make of it what we can, what little it can give.
She kind of
Yeah,
quirks
I
her eyebrow. And looks like,
suppose.
okay.
Suppose the bounty, the steam around here, making this particular bit of ground valuable for crops, has spoiled me. Perhaps made me believe that we could have made more of all of Niflheim than I thought. But at the very least, I know that me and the rest of us over at the Valdiri Lodge, we can take what we can from here. We could survive the harsh, cold winter, the harsh, cold land here.
Well, I
And
hope you're
together,
right.
we can survive the dangers, the threats that might come our way, whether it be the Mihangis, the Ice Wraiths, or the Ogres.
Perhaps. But you'll never know, Gannet, the truth of yourself or the truth of this world, this place, till you go out and you face it. Time will come, sooner or later, when you will have to set aside these comforts. And I do not mean your happy hikes through the foothills. You truly wish to walk this path. Well, as I said, do not think this will be the last time you'll see this, or worse than this.
Worse. I like look around at all the the injuries that are, and goodness, it can get worse.
Take care, Gannet.
No, I'll
I have
be more
work to
prepared.
do.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for stopping by and letting me know that you're Helen Hardy. Not that I had
She just
doubts.
gives you a curt nod and moves back with a purpose to getting back in the fray and helping out. We change to Fuimul. What is as people have calmed down a bit more, and things are stable enough to actually provide help rather than just shouting over people.
Surrounded by many Chthon who are aggressively trying to help these folk. Perhaps in some little moments, like, oh, let me lift that leg for you. Oh, and like their legs all like, all worked on. They're like, oh, they set it on the table or something.
Don't touch it.
And the Chthon's like, oh. But I just sort of look around and I look around and I continue sort of doing these things. But I eventually waddle on over, and you don't notice me that I'm a little sneaky, Gannet. But then, hello, you are the Gannet.
Hi, Foimul. Yeah, I just saw Kairi, our spiky friend.
Yes,
His
the
cousin
cousin.
is yes, cousin is as curt as ever. Or
You have to keep mind. You have to know the name of the Chizari. They, especially one that is a powerful clergy. This is their place.
yeah, so I learned. He kind of chewed me out not long ago.
Oh,
Or a few minutes ago.
they bit you.
No, not so literally. Yelled at me or talked down at me. He was
Oh,
angry.
why did you not say this?
I said it in a different way. The Fae might have understood. I forget that. I suppose the reptilians are a bit more literal, maybe.
Yes, very. But I heard, I heard you're the fighting the red ogres. Hmm? Is this
That's
true?
right. Yeah, it's true. I was there.
But you are uh so thin.
Well, I
How
could
did you do
surprise
this?
you. Yeah, to tell you
Oh,
the truth, it
you are
was
powerful clergy. I see.
frightening. I was less my clerical powers. I am a mere acolyte as of now.
What is
But
that?
um, I'm not a very powerful clergy. I'm only a little bit powerful clergy.
Oh, okay.
Not like a priest or a full bishop. Bishop's powerful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is what you are. Yeah. Ah,
exactly.
but
And
but
the ogres are so big. I couldn't get close to them. If I did, I would surely be dead by now.
oh, you are
But
smart.
you see, I lost all my axes and daggers and hammers. I can throw them very well.
You throw rocks at the ogre.
The
You do.
axes and the hammers.
Oh, why
I
would you
had
do
no
that?
rocks otherwise.
Rocks are good to throw.
I didn't have any rocks.
Oh, but listen, I now that I know this is true, a lot of my tribe they don't know how to fight the ogre. They don't know how to throw the axe or the hammer like you. Okay. Um, can you show the tribe the elder? I bring you to the elder. The elder will see this.
Yeah, I would like that. I can show off how good I am at this. Yes, yes.
Elder gave me this. I just hold a hammer. Ugh.
Oh my. And actually, I offer out my hand to see, like, oh, may I?
Eh, here you are. I just give it to you.
Get up and kind of like tapped it around and
It is Griplu's best hammer. Yeah.
oh wow. Well, unfortunately, I put the handle back towards you. I can't throw it here or inside. Well, if, should we find another place wide and open so that nobody might get hurt? I could
Uh,
demonstrate.
uh, mm. I look
No,
around.
I practiced by throwing axes at the trees.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's
Uh,
Kolchev, my friend. He would mark where he would want me to hit them, and a mark up high, a mark in the middle, a mark near the bottom, and I would
uh,
just be able to make all of them.
Gafula! Gafula!
Ah!
Hey,
What?
there you are.
What?
Look.
Oh,
And I gesture to you. Got it. This one, come here. I don't want to shout.
God. Boy, you know what they have here. Look at all these barrels. How much we could fit. How much tribe could fit in.
Oh, Neko.
Maybe
yeah.
we make good deal for barrels, you think? Maybe.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Uh,
I was talking to this one. Gannett is the name. And I just point at you, Gannett. This is Gannett.
hello?
Hello?
This is brother of tribe. Okay. Now listen. Kafula. This one knows how to throw hammer and axe. The Chthon, the tribe needs to know how to do many things. Okay?
Why'd you throw hammer axe? Hammer axe, good tool.
I
Hey,
don't
good
know. But he fought ogre, and look at him. He's not fat. Still, he's alive. So,
That's right.
How you do this?
yeah, he throws hammer and axe.
Ah.
That's right. I don't if they're not close enough to hurt me, I could throw an axe, and I tell you, I could throw an axe hard and fast enough, right in between an ogre's eyes.
Oh!
Oh, this, yeah,
And
look
he
at
falls
this.
back, screaming in pain.
Oh, yeah, yes. Hey, the Gannet. You take, Kagafula, and Kagafula you take some more of brothers and sisters, okay?
Oh, yeah,
Gannett
okay.
show you how to throw the hammer and axe, okay? And I know of a powerful clergy here that may give deal for the barrels.
Oh,
Okay, but we have to do many things at once. Okay, so you do this, you get some others to do this. Okay.
okay, we go. We
And I
go.
lean over to him and like I don't like Gannett, you could obviously hear me. Like I try to whisper, but do not eat the Fae. And then I just like walk by him, walk around Kagalith, and I just start waddling on over, and I'm looking for my cousin.
And yeah, I'm still I'm not hard to miss because I'm still up on the bar, attempting to ensure that order is maintained. As,
Yes,
you
it's
know,
hey, my cousin. Hey, why are you up there?
get in line to receive your mead or other sustenance.
Okay. No, I don't want that. I want to talk to you.
So like, I like look at these lines and like I'm hoping that if I move, chaos will not erupt. But I do not want an army of Chthon to start like clamoring for me. So I move and slowly climb down and walk on. Yes. What is it that I can do for you?
I see many barrels in the garrison. Okay.
Yes.
I want to make. I want that.
Then you may go and make some barrels for yourself, or your
barrel and what is in barrel.
I see.
I'll take. Cousin. Okay.
You will not take.
Oh. Why?
This is not yours to have.
Oh, but we do this, and I just gesture. See some Chthon like holding a frame, like helping bandage their head, and some other friends like, okay, all right, calm down. Yeah, we do that.
Yes. This is not. You do not obtain this any of these barrels. You may have some a glass or a mug of mead if that is what you desire. But you may not take barrels of mead. No. This is a holy drink. Very powerful. Must not be given.
Okay. Okay. The mugs. What is this?
It is a method by which one can drink a small amount of a liquid.
Why?
Enough for just you.
Why small?
It is just enough for one person rather than.
See, this is why you are so skinny.
Yes.
I kind of shake my head as I look at some of the people that are like drinking the mugs. You point them out. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So we get mug for tribe.
No. You may have
Yes. Oh, I have one. No.
You may have one.
I am tribe. Everyone here, they need mug.
Each may come, stand in line, and obtain their mug, then return it when they are done drinking.
You're so nice, cousin. Thank you much. Ah! And I throw my hands up and I turn around. Cousin, this is so nice. And I start gesturing over, and some Chthon are like, what? Come on. Get online. Come on. Online, everyone. You. Get online. You get the cup. We'll all get cups.
Uh,
We get mug. Mug.
The mug must be returned, of course.
Hey, we get cup. We get mug.
After.
You know, hey, we get mug. Hey.
and a bunch of scurrying Chthons come up
You're exactly
come up
here.
in line.
Not really a
Ah.
line. We don't know what a line is. We just
Well, yeah,
kind of like
it's a
meld
whole-
into a
it's
big
a whole-
pile, and
Crowd,
they're
a
like,
crowd
"Oh,
of
give it a cup, give it a cup, big grubby hand. Come on, give me."
You must stand behind this person, yes, and wait until that you the bar here. That is how
Okay.
you will obtain
Okay.
what you desire.
Cousin is smart. Do this. Come on, everyone. Come on. Okay, come on. Hey, all right. Okay, get nice and close now. The closer we are, the more cups. Okay, come on. It makes sense.
make good sense.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I walk back to the bartenders and I ensure that they like, water the hell down out of any of this mead that we're giving them because we you know they don't know any better, and let's be real, they don't deserve a full strength glass of mead. So I want to make sure we can ensure that we do not have a bunch of drunk Chthon.
Damn right. All right. So, this scene of horrendous queuing continues as the Chthon, like, oh, what is tribe should have to, this is like never had mead before. This is something. This is great stuff.
It is like water, but it is bad.
But it's great anyway. For some reason. As you know, Gafulo, he goes to to lead you out as all this is going, and then he's like, "I would stand in line," and then he gets caught up in line as you're still in the garrison as this scene goes by, and all the Chthon are drinking, all the uninjured are drinking. Pretty soon, as time goes on, still the groans and moans of wounded, but Gannett, you see and you hear, and everyone hears Silver Caw spinning the greatest of yarns, strumming this sort of a lute instrument that he has, bringing cheer to the people, bringing smiles to the faces amongst people, being a very charismatic individual, as he tends to be. But after a time, things have settled into a stability to it. Some of the people have left with uninjured, husbands, wives, children. Some people have shuffled out to head back to their homestead. Others who were injured but not severely have kind of moved back to their homes. So it's a lot less individuals here, just the people who are being tended to, the people who are drinking and possibly the mutterings and the gossip, as Kiartzi, full well, being here, that once the mead starts flowing, so does the gossip, and so does the loose lips of people, for good or for ill. But soon enough, well, you all see, and Kiartzi, you see this individual who I'll bring up real quickly. This man. And he looks around. to the people here is still gathered, and most of them are the people who've helped in the situation, or are clergy, or are just the more rough and tumble kind of individuals. This attack that has happened. Many were here or who were there are too injured to speak or have returned to their families. Is there anyone still within who has witnessed the cause of this attack? What had occurred? Speak. Kjarts, you know this man, very high ranking member of the temple here. We need to do some dancing with pictures. Let's see, one individual, a young-ish Frayne woman, speaks up. Yes, I was amidst the fishing band that was attacked. They were, though any but the hunters might, yeah, I know, right, have not seen the signs upon their war paint, upon their banners. These were ogres of Broken Hollow. And immediately, like, oh, okay, Broken Hollow. What is this? I've never done that before. So what's going on? Here's one of the other Vigesh, one of the Shishan hunters. Perhaps this would be best discussed in private. These discussion amongst the clergy of this community, or the other Santian leaders, or others with the authority to bear witness to this retelling. This is true. Holds much implication. Again, so no, it is not the way of this community to hold secrets. One's secrets that tell of things that threaten us all equally in this community. Speak. How do you know this? And she recounts and speaks of the Mulish sort of insignia upon their sort of war, their raiding standard, upon Mulish symbols etched on with inks and blood upon their flesh. It is quite true. I can say for certain that none of our people of Omsa provoked these ogres or even was aware of their presence until they were upon us with their war cries and their whooping and hollering. It's quite a fearsome sight. But thankfully, many thanks to you all, were able to return safely. I'm afraid I know not any further information. They did come from direction of Broken Hollow, but they seem lost to the madness that afflicts ogres in certain times. Some of the ogres you either watch what you say there. And we have a few members of different churches here, and Kolchev. The ogres of Broken Hollow have never threatened our town before. We've never been exactly traded often enough with one another, but communities have been amicable, if distant. We even have traded from time to time when the elements have been particularly bad in this region. Besides, Broken Hollow is, well, it's several days journey, certainly by foot, even longer. What cause would they have coming this far to our region? I do not know. Said the frame. Nevertheless, Vigish, this is ill news. We all know we have had a difficult harvest. Perhaps the hunt has been low in their lands. Our weak harvest has forced our hunters at the Yellow Eye to lean more heavily upon the game, upon the animals of the ice fields. It's possible that perhaps our community is blamed for a lack of food or hardship that they might be having. I don't think so. It wasn't the look of a raiding party. If they wish to raid, what would they have taken from these lumberjacks, fishermen returning? They wished to take from us, they would have attacked town directly. Doesn't make sense to me.
And at this, I speak up. Not to deny the martial prowess of our hunters and lumberjacks, and indeed all the fighters of our town, but they did seem to break more easily than I had expected. They ran away, but they retreated just not too long after the fight broke out.
They must not have really been into it. Well, they were.
Which brings us back
They
around
had
to
just
Why?
I'm no hunter, but I've lived in Nifland for many cycles. It's the frame. Perhaps it is a message to what I do not know. Many things. You can give me a streetwise as well, Gannett. Okay. So the both of you have heard the name Broken Hollow. And it is a nearby insofar as communities in Nifland go. Nestled in the Krahal Mountains. It is a a tribe of Nifland ogres who live there, and you're living the very traditional ogre life, the ogre tribal life. There haven't ever been any real problems, as far as you can recall, with the ogres of Broken Hollow. It's far enough away that there haven't been real issues in terms of territory. And perhaps the abundance of frains and the over dependence upon farming rather than hunting helps to that. Occasionally there have been minor clashes, people getting too close, but it is true occasionally, a few times in the history of Ormsa, there have been some minor trades that have happened. So it's kind of a, they do their thing and you do your thing, kind of deal. So yeah, that is what you know.
So yeah, I'm going to make my way up to the priest of Sitchin.
Yeah.
And like with my head down, because he is most certainly higher ranking than I am.
He's
I
the sort of the second most powerful clergy here. He is the head. He tends to the hives, and it is said he can speak to the bees.
And so I lean in behind him and I whisper to him, "You know that Sitchin calls for us to make war upon the enemies of her communities, have shown themselves to be such. Perhaps we should ensure that they do not do so again." Then I step back. I'm trying to overstep my bounds.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything to you. He just sort of nods as if contemplating your words, but doesn't give an affirmative or a negative. What is certain is we need more information as to what and why this has occurred. Is there an overpopulation amidst the ogre kind? Is this a new tribe splitting off, looking for a new home? Are they lashing out for some perceived offense? Or do they truly, in fact, wish to take what we have? Whatever the case, this community cannot go unprotected or be lax in its vigilance until this danger can be dealt with one way or another. We are low. The Temple of Shai is very taxed of late, given the situation amongst the farmlands. We cannot be leaned upon so heavily in all of these instances. We have no one left to spare if we are to send scouts or if we are to send some means of checking upon this community. We haven't the numbers. Now with our other responsibilities. Perhaps one of the other temples in this community would bear some brunt of this burden. perhaps the Yellow Eye and its hunters would not be so diminished. Even more so now. 3 of our hunters have met their end, and 1 more will never set foot upon the ice fields again.
So I step up towards my superior again, and I'll lean in. If we were permitted to do so, I could perhaps round up a larger party of warriors than perhaps you might believe, even amongst those who make their worship here. Do not worry about the specifics. Simply allow us to do so, and we will ensure that the issue is resolved and that our goddess is known to be superior to the cat god.
Give me a diplomacy check. Roll. And kind of pauses for several seconds. Temple of Sishan will alleviate the burden of your goddess in these harsh times. All in this community are extraordinarily thankful for the sacrifices and the gifts that your hunters have provided. He looks out over the assembled crowd. My temple will gather a party of individuals, of all who wish to be a part, to venture out into the ice fields and determine the cause of this aggression. Temple of Shai has already done more than enough for this community, and it would be a great shame upon the name of Sishan to not protect this community, as is our dogma and our deepest desire. And with that, he just kind of nods sort of to you. It's like, all right, you're the person.
Yeah, and I don't say anything. I just nod in appreciation of his allowing me to do this task.
Are there any here present who would take it upon themselves to protect this community? Not by reacting to an attack, waiting for the beacons to be lit, but to venture out and to...
And I stand up from towards the back and move closer to this priest and say, I would. I know this land. I know Niflund quite well. I could assist and go out there and find out proactively what we might be facing, what threats there really are out there against us. I've used my gift of outdoorsmanship selfishly. We go on happy hikes, as we like to call them, and enjoying the beautiful sights, but it is time that you put them to good use in defense of our town.
He nods. At that. A few other individuals sort of speak up,
No, no,
put their
I have to, Kafula. Get off. The tribe of the Yellow Sands, we do all we can for people of Ormsa, myself included. I go with this. I know how to do many things. I have carts, and I sit back down awkwardly.
a few people like what? Chthon, the Chthon are volunteering. Oh God. And Cthulhu, it's like his wide eyes like, but he doesn't say anything.
And I have a determined look on my face, but
Yeah. I will go as well. I think seen so close what dangers threaten us. I be foolish of me not to wish to discover if it might happen again. I dare say I would scarcely be able to enter the daydream until I do. I am no fighter like the Jacthian, but I have my skills. I would be more than pleased to offer upon the ice fields. They are treacherous, even to one experienced in such journeys. And a few more offer there, like, yeah, till there's a band of about like a 10 or so people head forward in this journey.
We will, of course, wait until the light shines down from above before we make any hasty departures. Ensure that you are all prepared, that you have whatever supplies and other implements that you may require, and we may meet here on the morrow. Is this acceptable to all in attendance? Mm-hmm. Good, then depart and prepare yourselves. And I depart myself because I got shit to do before we go. Because there's not going to be just 10 people going. That's for sure.
Yep. All right. And with that, as Kiartzi departs, and some other people depart as well, like, oh God, stop drinking all this mead. Apparently I'm going on a journey tomorrow. We will go to soliloquies, and I apologize. I did not have everyone's theme songs up and ready to go. I need to acquire those myself. But we will start with Gannon.
As I slowly make my way back over to the Valdiri Lodge, moving quite slowly, and clearly my head's down and mostly in my own thoughts. Now I get to truly test myself according to the code of honor, the code of valor. I will soon earn this these gifts I've gotten being an acolyte to this faith. I've already come such a long way, and I thought I would have some peaceful time to make this shelter, to create my own home. I suppose I'll have to put that on hold for now. But Jack, you'll understand. This is as important as self-sufficiency. Surely we'll be taking care of ourselves while we're out there, however long this might take. That Kiertzi doesn't really he doesn't really seem to like me. But I suppose I can maybe fix that. Kierit? No matter. I'm glad to see a couple of familiar faces, even Foy Mole's joining. It's been changed since I've seen those two in the same place. Oh, isn't it funny how our fates maybe seem to be rolling back around together? I'm so glad that Mother had made it out safe. I was worried. She's a great huntress and has defended this town on more than one occasion. And what that high clergyman Sishin said was very true. I've left too much to her, too much that she's done without me giving much back. I'm very happy that I get to do that now. And soon, I'll make this town safe. Yeah, we can all make this town safe. Of course, of course. You know, it could not possibly be these ogres of Broken Hollow. As Kulchev said, there would have been no reason for them to be attacking us, but even if there were some madness, say, that made them do this thing, perhaps we can make friends again. Perhaps we can all be in this together, not just Ormsa, but all these little towns around here. Because Mother was correct in that Niflin does take, which is why we must give to each other. And as I continue walking, I notice that Kolchev was with me, and I kind of look up sheepishly at him. Kolchev, I'm gonna need some more weapons. They kind of giggle off about that, and we kind of just keep walking out into the night.
I don't know what came over me. It is what must be done. The elder said it herself. She has given me the blessing. Or maybe she is fearful like we all are. All of us. Even the no-nosed Vagish. They are afraid of this red one, red ogre. The ogre. At least it will be just one. It will be just one of the tribe. If I am to go, it will be just one. No others will perish. But if I am to succeed, then the people, they will know that Jathanan are useless. They will know that we are not slaves. We put in chains. Yes. We'll learn how to throw hammer. We'll learn how to throw axe. Stay away. Yes. I'll keep away from from the ogres, and yeah, I could see it in some of their faces. They think, we go and we see ogres, and the ogres will talk. Ogres don't talk. The Chthon talk. The ogres, they don't talk. They only know one language. Yes. Yes, I will. I must do this. I must do this for my tribe. And I will do whatever I can for my tribe, for my people, and for our new home, our long time home, Ormsa. This is our home. The Red Ogres will not take it from us.
As Kiartzi storms, well, slowly, stately walks into the longhouse. Baba, yes, you. Let it be known to all amongst the longhouse, those who wish to advance their station, that we are organizing a slaving party. The Temple of Sitchin is authorizing this process, and we are out to capture and or kill as many ogres from the Broken Hollow as is required. All those with the means and the desire to acquire these slaves shall go and report with me to the garrison tomorrow morning. Make this be known. ET2, come. Yes. You must go and speak to the man known as Santiago Jage. Let this one know. He is at the exchange. I'm sure you have seen it. Let him know that, again, we are organizing the slaving party, and that his presence is encouraged in order to reward him with an opportunity for his hospitality. Let him know that he may make himself wealthier than he imagined, using this opportunity to acquire workers for whatever means he has. I am sure it will be more than suitable for him. Then ensure you return and get your rest, as you will be departing with us. I need you to care for my weapons and ensure that our sled is properly maintained. Go. Yes, there's so much to do. But the opportunity is here. And that is all that I can require. This is all I can ask for. Yes. It is strange. This Gannet, he speaks of once. So does not translate to Thuban. Might it be Tlasile? No. It is not him. He is a rival. He is a fool. He is one who leads our community down a darker path, one that has no future. But they will see that my path, they will see that my church is the one for profit, the one for protection through this raid. Yes. Perhaps this loved one is like a namer, the one who accepts us into the community, teaches us. Perhaps this is what he means, but even then, if my name were to have perished, he were to depart, well, this would be a regret, I suppose, but I would not be seen as these golden-skinned men wailing and beating their breasts. It is undignified, and it does not befit them. It is not the way to handle yourself in a crisis. Loved ones, it seems to me to be nothing but a weakness.
Thank you, one and all, for joining us. Tune in next time as we discover what wonders and dangers lie in wait for our catalysts in cold light.